Stugotz, I don't know how often you are getting lured by YouTube shorts or AI videos, but do you feel like you can recognize when a video that you've clicked on is being narrated on by a fake voice with like 100% certainty?
No.
How close to 100% do you feel when the fake
coin
voice?
Toss?
Is it always?
Yes.
Is it always a coin toss? So,
yes.
So AI is going to keep getting better at this, right? Because right now I can tell through the speech very often, even though they're trying to trick me, when the fake voice is saying, "And let me tell you something else," or "Let me tell you." Like they're trying to trick me, and they're getting better at tricking me. Are you guys good at it? Are you guys good at identifying, better than we are, at identifying when a voice is fake on a video that's being narrated?
It's tough to tell. I catch it a lot. But if it gets by me, it's not like I notice that it got by me, right? Yeah. If it's successful at fooling me, I'll never know.
It's almost like when you hear somebody, then you know is reading, where they pronounce a certain way. I can sometimes hear the AI do like, a, this, that, and it's like, oh, I got you.
Do you get mad when they do the stuff that they're doing with, and I got to tell you, like they're doing.
That's where they get me though.
Well,
I'm like,
but,
well, you got to tell me. Okay, I got to listen.
It. You appreciate the effort.
Yes,
you appreciate the effort in the con.
I do. Yes.
My favorite IG algo presently is not AI. It's a bunch of meathead dudes doing inspirational stuff, talking to someone that is off screen that is not actually there.
You don't know that.
No, they're not there. There is no chance in hell there is someone actually interviewing this person. But it's a thing where people sit in a living room or sit in front of a pool and they're talking to a microphone looking off camera as if they're on an actual podcast when it's not. They're just talking in clips.
Talking in sound bites with a fake interviewer?
Yes, they just look off screen.
They have David Muir down. I mean,
you're talking about somebody who's giving off the affect of wanting to appear like they're important enough to be interviewed.
And 90% of the time, when someone's giving that off, it's not an actual podcast. It's just some dude that set up a camera and is talking to someone that is not actually there.
This is really Stugotz's time. I don't want to say he was born too early, because the time of fraud and scam and the ability to fool people with trickeration, Stugotz should be a giant right now, conquering all of artificial intelligence.
I'm getting to it, Dano.
It's that last part of the AI. He's got the A down.
He's got the artificial down. That is correct.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch my please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the sheets. You can't go on, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but man's keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
As I look around the room here, I don't see a lot of T-shirts being making statements, trying to make statements. When I walked out of my home for the first time today, though, I saw a T-shirt that would allow me to make a very absolute assessment of somebody. Unfortunately, it's two different extreme assessments I can make based on not knowing what the person actually is about. The first thing I saw today on a T-shirt was somebody wearing a Jake Paul, Mike Tyson T-shirt. If that person is doing that to be funny, they're someone I want to be friends with. If that person isn't being funny with that, there's somebody I would really want to avoid. The last time I saw a T-shirt like that that made me feel like that, it was for a Creed cruise. And it's recent. I don't know. Can you tell me who the headliners are on the Creed cruise?
It has to be Creed.
Other than Creed. But once that person is wearing a Creed cruise shirt, if they're doing it to be funny, I want to be friends with you. If you're doing it because you're proud that you went on a Creed cruise, I do not. You guys are not in agreement with me that if you're wearing a Paul Tyson T-shirt, it has to be funny.
The problem is, how do you know, right? Like, you have to go talk to the person and see what they're about. Hey, the shirt. Oh, yeah, I was there. It was awesome. Whatever. Or, yeah, he got his ass beat. It was kind of funny.
Too close to the event. I think they're actually honoring the event.
Really?
Yeah. If it's 7 years from now, it's funny.
3 doors down. I mean,
Thoughts and prayers. Lead singer. Bad cancer. Really? Yeah. Stage 4.
Do you guys took a dark turn there? Do you guys make any T-shirt statements? Put it on the poll at Batard Show because I was surprised to come in today and we were doing nothing in the way of T-shirt statements.
I mean, you really shouldn't judge a person by the T-shirt they're wearing. It's unfair.
I disagree. At
Really?
Batard Show, I say that
Or just at work. Why would we be coming in trying to make statements? I mean, Mike wore a Blockbuster shirt a couple days ago, and I thought it was a punishment at first, but then I quickly realized, oh, no, it's just a Blockbuster shirt.
Yeah, but people thought that was from the internet. That was from the actual legit last Blockbuster.
Wow.
From Bend, Oregon.
there is still a last Blockbuster, right? It's not gone yet.
I think that one closed. In terms of like being a practical Blockbuster that people would go in and rent movies at.
Something every day seems to make me ask the question, do we still do this? And I have to read a book and as a homework assignment, and I wanted CliffNotes, and I didn't know whether we still do actual CliffNotes.
Going back to school, or
You can. There's a new updated way to do CliffNotes. You
But-
just throw the book in a ChatGPT and you ask for, give me the
Correct.
TLDR.
Yes, but if I wanted actual CliffNotes, if I wanted to ask certain people in our audience who are 25 years old, what's happening? Why are you and Stugotz laughing?
why are you going back to school?
Yeah, it's
We're
concerning.
concerned. Yes,
I've
right.
thought about going back to school. Like, oh, if this doesn't
Homework,
work out,
I
I'm
mean,
not
what's
going
my
back
next
to school.
career?
I have to
So-
do
Read a
research
book.
for a
What's going on with
project.
Metallark?
I
I
have
don't
to
know.
do
Project.
a project.
Oh.
Yes.
School
Diorama,
projects?
or what are you doing?
No, research for work.
With your castle friends?
You guys wouldn't know what I'm
Math
talking
friends.
about.
You have
Math
castle
friends,
friends?
yeah.
Dan rents castles with 20 people at a time.
Wow.
Thanks for the invite.
I do not rent castles. And my
20
point,
people.
my point from yesterday stands. I'm guessing that the majority of the audience did not know they could stay at a castle for $300 a night. I was right, and I'm talking
The
about
Excalibur?
20 friends going and renting a castle is something others do. It's not something I am going or would do.
Then Jeremy was tasked with finding castles, and he found one in, like, Texas. And we're like, that's not a real castle. Now you're all caught up.
I really don't want to do the show that way, but thanks, guys, for doing the show that way. So Stugotz is complaining on Stupidity that Manfred stole his idea.
Well, he did. 2 of them. By the way, there's still a Blockbuster. It's in Bend, Oregon.
That's what he said, but that's
Thank
the
you.
one
It's
he was
still open.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Is it still open and active?
I believe it is. Yes. Yes. Yes.
You don't know, though. You're not totally
mean,
sure.
I don't trust
Not 100%
AI.
sure
So
there.
what he just confirmed is what Mike knew what was so, but now
I was doing homework.
yeah. The 2 accusations that you've leveled at Manfred.
Well, he's trying to steal 2 of my ideas. One of them, the Magic at Bat, we'll see where that goes. But we talked many years ago about just, hey, when we get to extra innings, nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to wait around on a Tuesday night for a game that might go to the 16th inning. And so why not just when you get a game that's tied, rather than go to the 10th inning, just your best player, their best player, get a pitcher up there, have a swing off. We're all home by 11:15.
But you're not claiming that claiming that the Schwarber thing is your idea. You're not claiming that.
I'm just claiming that the swing off is my idea. That's all. That's what I'm claiming.
So
Yes.
you are claiming it's your
Yes.
idea.
Yes, I am. I'm claiming it's my idea. We talked about it on this show. I mean,
So you think he stole the idea, and then that?
I don't think he stole my idea. I know he stole my idea. I mean, I do. Sorry.
Are there any things that you can do about that other than publicly accuse him? Is there any way for us to get that controversy up in the air? You know, if people steal jokes, it's a controversy. If Rob Manfred is stealing ideas from you, I believe that people need to Do we need to get Pablo Torre to find out? Like, what do we need to do in order for people to know that that's a Stugotz idea, that's not a Rob Manfred? There was an idea that rescued baseball a night ago. Everyone came in here all excited about the baseball all-star game, and it was Stugotz's idea, and it's a stolen idea, and nobody knows it's a stolen idea.
The last time we discussed this, we did play the original clip of Stugotz presenting formally the idea to Rob Manfred, which was dismissed.
Yeah. And the idea wasn't exactly this, though. Manfred's going to be
able... It was a smoke bomb.
Manfred's going to be able to complain that...
There were ponds in the outfield.
But Manfred's going to be... Is he going to have plausible deniability? Is he going to be able to claim that it wasn't... When jokes are stolen or people are accused of joke stealing, other people say, well, we had the same idea. Is Manfred going to be able to just say two people are allowed to have the same idea, this was not stolen from Stugotz? Because this would be would this not be a major victory for our show to have the commissioner of baseball have to either apologize or concede that one of the great changes in his sports history was an idea that Stugotz had that he took from him?
Money will do.
Well, that apology is never going to happen.
Ever.
That will never happen. He will never say, I took that idea from Stugotz.
Never.
I don't think even if we played, he's going to hear it or acknowledge it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And most people will buy into that, given their standing in the public eye.
There's stuff in here about, like, ball pits, trampolines, magic at bats. I'm not seeing...
So listen, the magic at bat is what I actually pitched to Rob Manfred. Yeah. He didn't like the idea, and then he tried to run with it. He put some floaters out there to see what the reaction would be.
It'll happen.
The swing off is something we discussed, not with Rob.
Right.
We discussed it as a show.
We just said
because I said I'm tired of extra inning games.
We said a home run derby. It should be home runs that decide it. Like we didn't come up with that exact way they did it, but we were like, we need a home run off.
I was just saying, like Dodgers, Yankees, you have Ohtani versus Judge, and 5 swings each, and we're home by 11. Yeah, that's it.
The famous jack-off idea. Right. Got it. Yeah.
Last night, on a very smart night that ESPN took for itself a long time ago when sports historically have been sleepy, Disney and ESPN go and get the most popular comedian going anywhere and have him host the ESPYs. And I want to play some of the clips for you guys of Shane Gillis. I remember the last time I talked about Shane Gillis, Stugotz had to look him up on his computer, and he's not alone. I saw a bunch of articles promoting through Disney and ESPN Shane Gillis still being introduced to people last night, because it feels like today there are two kinds of famous. There was whatever's the famous that Disney and ESPN would give you, and then there's the famous that Shane Gillis has that is an internet fame or started as an internet fame when all of these pockets of comedians found out that the podcast industry provided like a highway to America where people were thinking, these guys speak more freely than others. They speak more honestly than others. They speak to young men better than others, and they influenced the culture of America, and Shane Gillis sits sort of across the top of that edge, Stugotz, where he can go back and forth from internet dirty, we're freer over here, to complaining before doing what he did last night. Man, 5 o'clock on ABC is tough. That's a tough crowd. It's tough. He was saying before this, before he even got on stage, I know what I'm doing here, but this is going to be a tough crowd, and it's going to be hard for me to be funny for ABC at 5 p.m. So how did he do? Because I have seen clips and I have seen the quote-unquote controversy over gay. Once you get Shane Gillis, you know that that's a joke you're getting. That Karl Anthony Towns is going to get taken out with a joke that says, hey, girl, and is on the line. If you've hired Shane Gillis, you know that he's going to try to do that and more. And so let's play 4 or 5 clips here from last night of Shane Gillis trying to win over a really tough crowd.
Donald Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn. The last time he staged a fight in D.C., Mike Pence almost died. All right. No, you don't have to do that. It was fine. I didn't write it. Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but As it got deleted. Must have probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that.
Play another one here. Play a couple of these.
Hogan actually wanted me to be here to host this award show so that I could capture Adam Silver because Joe thinks he's an alien. And Donald Trump wanted me to be here to capture Juan Soto for the same reason. It's an alien joke. Wait, who booed up there, dude? Shut up.
Play another one.
When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist-fighting black women.
Give me one more.
Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy. You clap for that.
Guy next to that lady was laughing hard.
That's his co-host on his podcast, Matt McCusker, and his wife.
How did he do?
Good. He did his act. Like,
he did his job.
You know what you're gonna get with Shane. Like, you're gonna get some stuff that's on the line. You're gonna get some stuff that's funny, and like, it is what it is.
How will he say that he did? I felt like he was nervous. I felt like he sped through the stuff that I saw. I think I have a funnier moment. I have a funnier political moment involving not any comedians here, but did you guys see when they tried to ask Pat McAfee a question before the All-Star game that had a lot of politics in it? Let me set this up for you because I think this is funnier than anything that happened at the ESPYs. McAfee has got a backward cap on, and he has got a sleeveless shirt, and he is there to promote the All-Star game and promote sports and promote fun and promote Pat McAfee. And here is the question and answer back and forth that is a little funnier politically than what we just heard.
There is a law on the books here in Atlanta that is a voter suppression law that Joe Biden has called Jim Crow of the 21st century. Dave, in 2021, in the MLB Network special, you said it's about being relentless with our voices and speaking up, and this is not an isolated moment, and it needs to be something talked about on an ongoing basis and being relentless with it. What happened to being relentless with our voices, and why are we in Atlanta when this law is still on the books? And it is a dangerous situation to be a journalist in Atlanta because Atlanta has detained the most journalists by ICE.
I believe the question was a political question about laws that are on the books and everything like that. And the All-Star game was taken out, and now it's brought back. Interesting. I don't know if any of us are the experts or the ones that should be giving answers on that, but respect and appreciate the way you feel about it. And I would assume that there was a reason or some conversation that was had by the MLB and the state that all parties thought that this would be a wonderful host city for the All-Star game, and I think everybody is all very excited to be back in the beautiful city of Atlanta.
That was well done.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
Well, we edited that. Funnier still was he asked her initially to repeat that entire question.
Oh, really?
Right. Yes.
Like
he pretended to not hear.
We took the funniest part out of that, the two funniest parts out of it, because at the end, Dave Roberts took a shot at it, and I know Billy is going to just look at what Dave Roberts was doing and just immediately start hating it.
Well, no, she asked Dave Roberts. She said Dave at the beginning, and was asking about comments he made. So it was a question directed to Dave Roberts.
The first part of that, though, was literally asking her to repeat the entirety of that question just to buy time. It was simply to buy time.
That's called buying time, Dan. You're right. That's what he was doing. He was buying time to try to figure out how he was going to give that great response.
Honestly, hearing it for the first time, knowing about this a little bit, I kind of wanted to hear it again too.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy. There's a lot in there.
And she's definitely going to repeat it. She wants to say that all over again, word for word, verbatim.
Yeah, I think his intentions are to buy time to find a way to answer it. And then he landed on, quite honestly, the best possible answer for Pat McAfee, and he did it well.
I don't know if any of us are the experts or the ones that should be giving answers on that.
I mean, salute. Yes. Yes, you were right, Pat. Awesome work.
I'm a punter lady would have worked well too.
That would have been great.
Just
That would have been great. I mean, that's Pat's vibe, and he for the brand, on the brand, delivered.
Billy, yesterday you were yelling and screaming about Dave Roberts off air, and I don't even remember what it is that was causing that. It wasn't that. It was something else.
Yelling and screaming. I was just, Dave Roberts. I'm not a fan. There are people mad about Dave Roberts and his, home run selection and the fact that he was, some were saying in the office was dragging out the All-Star game because he kept taking out people to get standing ovations in the middle of innings. And, I'm not a fan of Dave Roberts. Good for him. I'm glad he has his World Series. Could anyone have won a World Series with the Dodgers? Mm-hmm. Well, anyone but him for a long time because he kept losing World Series with super teams. But you know what it is? Hey, he had a good stolen base once. So congrats to Dave Roberts.
Mm-hmm. He should have more. I mean, you are 100% right. He should have like 3 or 4 World Series.
Some are saying that.
Right. Yeah.
With the teams they give this guy, you'd think that the guy would have a handful of rings already. One. Jeez.
That was a big stolen base.
It took Shohei Ohtani to do it.
It was a big stolen base. It was.
Guy's living off one stolen base.
I mean,
is that the biggest one ever?
Billy gave him credit appropriately.
Yeah, thank you. Some are calling me the McAfee of handling that question.
It is the biggest stolen base ever.
No, I think
it?
Jackie Robinson famously stole a base better than that.
Okay, you want to tell me more about it?
He stole home, didn't he?
Well, so did Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Does Dave Roberts? You don't have to discredit Dave Roberts' stolen base just because you hate everything else other than the stolen base.
I did not discredit him. I said he had a good stolen base once.
I think Roberts won 2 World Series as the Dodgers manager, but he should have won 5. I mean, yeah.
The COVID World Series. No, come on.
Does it count?
That was a whole thing. Yeah. And then Justin Turner wasn't supposed to be playing, remember? Then he was out there with his mask on. He took his mask off. He tested positive. He should have been ineligible, but he went back out to celebrate. Don't think I forgot about that. JT.
You did discredit the stolen base by immediately saying Jackie Robinson stole a base.
No, it's not discrediting.
That was a weird one.
No, bullshit.
No. The question was asked.
You guys know how things work.
No,
you said, was it the greatest stolen base ever? I said, no.
No, we're a sports show. Like,
that's not to say
named a person that stole a base.
We named 2 others that could be in contention: Jackie Robinson and Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
I think it can be argued that Dave Roberts has the most famous stolen base ever.
Right.
That has to be Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, the internet says it's Ricky's record-breaking stolen base.
Dan, we wholeheartedly agree that it can be argued.
Well, the greatest thing, I wish we could get, let's see, can we play video of Ricky Henderson holding up that base? Because it's the single most arrogant celebration I have seen while standing next to Lou Brock. He's holding the base over his head, and he's just saying again and again to Lou Brock and everyone who would listen, I am the greatest. But you did dilute Dave Roberts' stolen base.
Yeah, no. Dave Roberts stealing second base is more impressive than Jackie Robinson stealing home in a World Series game. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yep.
Good for Dave Roberts.
Or Benny the Jet Rodriguez stealing home with his childhood friend on the call.
I don't know if you guys know, because we tried to do this quietly, and this will be a visual surprise more than audio, so forgive me, audio audience. But I've told the audience before here that among us here, we don't have a lot of, handymen or outdoorsmen here in our group. We're not a fix-it group. But Jeremy Taché and Chris Cody have a new Southern Outdoorsman podcast that is going up the charts here. And I just want to introduce the audience here to the new cover art here, where Chris Cody and Jeremy Taché are just great outdoorsmen, and they are.
Chris looks good.
He really does.
I don't know who the other guy is, but Chris looks all right.
Do we have some real or fake podcast entries to go with here?
Yes, we do. I feel really good about this one, gents. Right. Let's hear the open. At your kindest leisure, I'll buy you some time.
Listen up. Time to think fast. Is this a real or fake podcast?
Mira para arriba with Jose Batista.
Wow.
Mira para arriba. with Joey Bats.
Follows me on Twitter.
He follows everybody.
Oh, man.
I don't believe that is a real podcast.
Mira para arriba. That means looking up, right, for those Anglos that are listening. And I don't think Joey Bats would be looking up, right? Like his would be more like taking a hack somewhere.
No.
Leña.
He looked up a lot. I'm going to say it's real.
Yeah. It feels so random that it's real.
It's a fake podcast.
Oh,
No Cap with Bonzi Wells.
Oh, No Cap with Bonzi.
Oh, man.
No Cap.
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, but it's with Bonzi, you know?
No cap, though.
No Cap with a former GM, maybe. Bonzi Wells.
No.
Well, I don't think you know what no cap.
No cap.
I have no idea what that means. No salary cap. Is
Bobby
what I
Marks.
thought.
No cap with Bobby Marks.
Brian Cashman.
No cap with Mickey
Bobby
Loomis.
Marks. I mean, it's real.
Dan, any guesses?
So I think Bonzi Wells does have a podcast. I just don't know if that's the name of it or not. And if it is, it should be. Like, if I was his marketing team, it's a great name. So I'm going to guess yes.
It's a fake podcast.
Oh, wow. You fell for it.
Yeah.
No Free Lunch with Ndamukong Suh.
Ooh. He does have a pod now, right?
No Free Lunch with Ndamukong Suh.
I say it's real.
Well, I've been invited on it.
Look at me, Louie. I mean,
So hold on a second here. Hold on. Yes, I've got. Oh, yeah.
Look at me, Louie.
But I don't know if that's the name of it.
you were busy doing homework, or?
Well, I had to do it for that podcast. I needed some research.
Jesus Christ.
It's a real podcast.
Say no next time.
It's a real podcast. Barely Breathing with Duncan Sheik.
Duncan Sheik.
Are you taking a guess, or it's a good whistling thing?
I don't know who Duncan Keith is.
Duncan Keith is a Chicago Blackhawk. This is Duncan Sheik.
Oh, Sheik. I don't know who Duncan Sheik is.
Iron Sheik's son.
Oh, really? What's the name?
Barely Breathing with Duncan Sheik.
Real.
It's not a podcast.
No, it's a hit song from the 90s.
Oh.
I am barely breathing. I can't find the air. You don't remember that one? You never walked through a CVS in your life?
I do now.
Say Less with Jared Bayless.
Say Less with Jared.
That is not a podcast.
I believe it is.
It's a fake podcast.
Oh, that's too bad.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Great game.
There was a game yesterday that Tony wanted to play with Dominique Foxworth, and we never got
On
to
site
it.
with him, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't forgot.
So you're mad at that?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just saying it's on site.
Well, on site's a physical threat.
Yeah.
And it's also a podcast.
How many people are you going to threaten to fight at the office before someone steps in and says, you know what, not appropriate?
I don't know. I just said it's on site. I didn't threaten any violence. I just said it's on site. It could be a hug. It could be some talking to, a conversation.
No, he said that's physical. You said yes.
Well, hug's physical.
Thank you.
On site, though, that means on site we fist fight, right? That's not on site heated argument, correct? When you say on site, do I have this wrong? When you say on site, it's a threat. There's no disputing on site is a threat.
Threat to what? We don't know in this particular instance. But, yes, occasionally on site.
I think it's all the time. I don't think it's occasionally. I think if you say that if the words on site make an appearance, you're saying that upon site you're going to fight someone, not argue with them, not disagree with them. You're going to fight. You have threatened to physically fight a former NFL player.
Well, that's your intention when you say it. But once the person gets on site, if it turns into an apology and a hug, that's what happens. I mean.
So for those who weren't listening yesterday, you're threatening to fight him when you see, or you're whatever.
I didn't say fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Just on site.
Whatever it is on site, because he said you could not have been a college tight end.
No, because he was a bit disrespectful in the way he said it. Yeah. And I don't think
he laughed through it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Billy, I'd like to, if I could, because I have remorse about not following your face yesterday on a Wild Billy Wednesday, where when Tony was talking about chain snatching, something rose up in you that feels like what a lot of people in Miami did to Alex Rodriguez when he said he grew up in the hood, and a lot of people know where he grew up, and they're like, Alex, you know good and well that's not the hood. When Tony was talking about chain snatching yesterday, you seemed to think that you know where Tony lives better than we know where Tony lives.
Correct. Nailed it. That's exactly what happened. I don't think Tony is having chains snatched around him.
Of course not, because I take care of my chain. A. B. We live in a city in Miami where there's a lot of people that are stealing things, a lot of people that are doing things that are not great, and if you have a diamond-encrusted ring around your neck, somebody will snatch it. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be in Kendall, you can be in Overtown, you can be in Hialeah, you can be in Brickell, you can be in downtown. Somebody walks by with what they think is valuable, yank, see ya.
But, Billy, I don't know why you are now just putting your hands under the face of Mike Ryan and letting Mike Ryan speak when I was asking you.
He seemed to react the same way. I could be wrong.
I am also from around the mean streets where Tony resides.
That's what I told him. I go, Tony, you live in Killian.
I don't, by the way.
He doesn't.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. No, let's get this right. He doesn't.
Trust me, I'm not on the same level as Mike.
He's not in Killian.
Went to Killian,
but
I saw a bunch of chain snatch there.
But I'm fairly confident he can wear a chain around.
With the back row,
she doesn't. But Mike doesn't understand the context of what we were talking about yesterday. So we had Roz on yesterday, right? And she got her ring from the New York Liberty, and she was saying what I can do is maybe put it around a necklace and wear it as a cute necklace. And what I told her is when you're wearing a championship ring on a necklace, it's got high yankability.
Yeah.
Somebody can walk by, yank it, run into a crowd, and you're gone. And that's what I was telling her in New York City. And then Billy made it about me here, which obviously is completely asinine. But go ahead.
I think you're good in your hood.
Thank you. I'm good in every hood, by the way.
High yankability at Le Batard show.
You live by an airport that is specifically for private aircraft.
I mean, I think the only way to settle this is send Tony out with a ring around a necklace, and he walks an entire show.
I think Mike goes into more areas.
See if someone grabs it. Right?
I think Mike goes into more areas where someone would yank his chain than Tony does, and Mike has his chain around his neck just fine.
I think you guys should explain to the audience what you're doing when you're Killian shaming people.
I mean, there's a difference.
He lives in a very nice area.
There's a little pocket.
An extremely nice area.
It's like the Winnie the Pooh meme. There's Kendall and then there's Killian.
What is wrong with that, though?
No, there's nothing wrong with living in Killian.
What he's saying is it's affluent, so nobody's going to yank your chain is what he's saying.
This is what I want to get at, okay? And I want to explain it to the audience because it seems like I saw it on Billy's face yesterday. He objects to when Tony is indicating some sort of street credibility, it seems like to me. I may have this wrong, but I thought it just made another appearance.
All it is me giving sound advice to somebody who lives in a city where somebody can yank your chain and run away and disappear.
It was great advice. It was great advice.
Have you ever seen Malibu's Most Wanted? That's it.
Great flick.
That's the explanation.
I get Tony's point.
It's literally go ahead.
If you have a ring, a championship ring that's gaudy, hanging around, depending on the size of the chain.
It's a dangerous game.
More likely than on your finger.
You're asking for someone to snatch that chain. You are. You're asking for it.
Yeah, especially if you're in the mean streets of where Tony resides.
But again, this was for Roz, who lives in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tony, have you seen Malibu's Most Wanted? Because I don't think I've heard a deeper cut here than that.
I choose to go above it. I know what it is. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. But again, it's a Wild Billy Thursday, and everything Billy says is perfect.
I'm just sitting here, dude.
It's all good. Oh yeah, because that's definitely me. Okay, no, for sure.
Drinking my peanut butter shake, my peanut butter paradise here with whey protein.
That's not you.
On site with Billy close.
Hey, when others go low, you go high.
Very close.
He's on site.
I wish you would hit me. I wish you would.
See, that's the kind of guy you don't want to hit. The guy, I'm going to sue you. I'm like, okay, buddy.
Yeah, precisely.
Weird vibe in here right now.
It is. It's hot.
I didn't do it.
It's hot.
Again, context for...
Honestly, it's so hot that you could put me on a plane and I could go to the factory, get the part that's missing, and be back faster than this company is sending it. It's been 5 days. Like, what is taking so long?
I feel really bad for Robert. You know what?
Falling apart
Billy,
at the seams, man.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor, Billy.
Get on an airplane and go.
Yeah.
Please, God, please.
Video, do me a favor. I'd like Billy to interview Robert about what's taking so long with the air conditioning around here. I'd like a live interview with Robert, the poor IT guy who's trying to hold up a South Florida summer on his shoulders, stays here every day till 8 p.m. as Billy complains about sweating a little bit.
Being told Robert is already denying our request for an interview.
Well, he's too tired.
Wow.
What's he got to hide?
He's too tired from the last 5 days of trying to beat the South
All House
Florida
Republicans
summer.
voted against Robert being interviewed. It's crazy.
I need an interview, a live interview of Billy of Robert just complaining about how hot it is in here because we are headed to South Florida summers that are going to get hotter and hotter. I don't know that there's any way of reversing this, and the equipment around here is expensive. I have people running from downstairs panicked because the expensive equipment needs to not melt.
I'm being told Robert is preparing a statement.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's not Robert's fault. Also, they're just as hot as we are. This is just a collective frustration that everybody in the office has.
Understood, but you just filed the complaint publicly saying what the hell's going on after 5 days. I need answers. I don't have any answers. It's a good question. Let's ask it of the person who's been trying to fix the air conditioning.
He's preparing a statement.
I think Billy nailed it, though. There's a part. We're waiting on a part.
Yep.
That's what we're being told.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the television crew following me all around the building as I try to get answers. If you want me to go up to the 13th floor, the poor guy who's sweating up there because he keeps running up and down because he's panicked because our equipment is melting.
They have air. The other places have air.
They're doing just fine.
Yeah, the elevator well has air.
Yes.
Like upstairs, the gym has air. It's just here.
Do you think we're being denied air purposely by somebody in the building?
Maybe.
That we're being choked out in the parking garage with exhaust fumes.
Slowly.
I think Pablo Torres found out too many things about too many people, and they may think that he works here.
Yep.
And they're trying to smoke him
He says
out.
he's got another one today.
Great.
Has that dropped yet? Because Pablo has now climbed right to the top of the podcast rankings, and he's doing it on merit. He's doing it with stories. It's really hard to do at the trough because you have more information than other people are, but he's climbed right to the top of the business with something that people obviously crave. Like, it may not be all of you because you don't want to do deep dives, but a whole lot of you obviously crave it because he's going deeper than anyone else is on subject matter.
He just dropped the other one. We sparked an NFL union crisis. Here's the sequel. But I will say this. Obviously, I've been getting to a lot of these Pablo Torre finds out. I'm getting to it. I listened to the one yesterday, Malik Beasley, the first Pablo Torre finds out ever that I listened to. And son of a bitch, he did it.
He's on such a heater. And that is a very difficult podcast. There's a lot of reporting. It's exhaustive, a lot of research that goes into it. For him to spring into action and seize on something that is literally in the headlines right now, it takes an incredible effort. And he met the moment yet again. He's on a tear.
Chris Cody is headed this weekend to something that he needs a little bit of advice from Stugotz on because he has fear about something that I don't think should spawn much in the way of fear. I would think that Chris Cody goes to Vegas the way that I used to go to Vegas, which is very excited upon leaving and then great remorse and regret on the flight back. I think that's the way most
the way it works.
Get in, get
most
out.
people
That's how I
do
treat
it.
it.
But if
It's
I
the
were
airport,
if
really.
I were going to do what you're doing this weekend, I would not be doing so with fear. What are you afraid of?
I fear the Sphere. I'm going to the Sphere this weekend with my wife, and I've been reading articles, like, my algorithm now is everything Sphere, and apparently I can get vertigo.
Well, you can. I mean, Mike alerted me to this because he went to the Sphere first. I think he went to see U2, and he said, be careful with some of the seats because some of them are blocked, some of them are up high, you might get dizzy. And I did find myself, the first time I went to the Sphere, I sat in the 200 level.
That's where I'm at.
I did not enjoy it.
Oh, no. Thank you. That makes me feel better.
This is Dead and Company, okay? Like, I've never been to a concert of theirs and not enjoyed it. And that lasted for like a set. And then I figured out, hey, I need boots on the ground.
Yeah.
I need my feet on the floor.
Bad trip.
I got a GA ticket. I went down to the floor. I stood there. I was on solid ground. I didn't get dizzy again, and I enjoyed the hell out of the rest of the concert.
So your recipe was mushrooms 200 level?
Yeah, get off the 200 level.
I mean, that's
Are we talking milligrams?
That was the same recipe that I was planning on, so I'm a little worried now.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, so now you can change it.
So I shouldn't do mushrooms?
No, you should do mushrooms. Just get out of the 200s.
You should absolutely do the mushrooms.
If I may, because I don't have any familiarity with mushrooms, if you are afraid, and headed into a high stimulus area, would mushrooms have anything to do with triggering paranoia or more fear if you're already afraid?
Yeah, you can have a bad trip.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not recommend for someone's first time they do the sphere because there is so much stimuli around you.
Unless they're on the floor, boots on the ground.
Microdosing, guys. Relax. I'll be fine.
Right. It's not the same.
Bert Kreischer.
When you're taking your shirt off and using your body as comedy, you're going...
That's Florida, bro.
You're going maximum Florida, man.
That's Florida.
When did you decide to start doing that? When was it encouraged? When did that become your signature? The idea that you're up there just throwing your body at the people here in a tight pair of jeans shirtless.
I was. The jeans have gotten tighter the fat I've gotten. They weren't always tight. My daughter said Baby Walrus needs to move out of skinny jeans. I started doing it just to cheer myself up because you get on the road and do like a Thursday night and you'd be like, I got a whole weekend ahead of me. This is going to be a long weekend. I'm missing my family. It's not sold out. So I would rip my shirt off and kill a beer to make myself giggle because I thought it was silly and to remind myself this should be fun. And then one night I was in Columbus, Ohio. I ripped my shirt off and killed a beer. And then something happened in the room and I forgot to put it back on. And one of the comics I respected was in the back and he was like, bro, you just did a whole hour with your shirt off.
And how does this work with comfort with your body? Because not everyone can do that. You're the first to be doing that. Not everyone is comfortable enough with their size to be in front of thousands of people shirtless like that because it is funny.
It's interesting because I have this reverse body dysmorphia. So like I heard a story, secret time. Obviously, I'll tell you, but secret time. I heard a story that Chris Pratt was a fat kid growing up and that someone told me like he'll always be fat in his head. No matter how great of shape he is, he'll always think of himself as a fat kid. I was in shape as a kid, and so I do not see myself fat at all. As a matter of fact, I think in Razzle Dazzle, I look low-key jacked. I think I look better than I've ever looked. My shoulders, dude, look at my shoulders.
You are jacked. Oh, yeah. You got some cuts right there. You see it there?
I mean, I'm feeling good. I feel great about my body.
The new Netflix stand-up special, Razzle Dazzle.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Bert, stop making those faces.
Never show your belly button.
Yes.
Do that thing where you're,
Let's increase your female viewers.
make your boobs move.
This is a body you can get.
Razzle Dazzle is the stand-up special. How old would you have to be? What is the age if I came up to you and said, Bert, you're not going to believe this, but the new movie, Machine, it's in theaters in May, and Razzle Dazzle, a Netflix special, is happening. At what point in your career, at what age would you have said, yeah, that's a possible dream?
Oh, 50? Where I am. I didn't think any of that was going to happen. Listen, I got to be dead honest with you. I shot Razzle Dazzle in November, and I'm used to the Netflix specials, but with the Machine movie, that was sitting on a shelf. They weren't doing anything with it, and they weren't going to release it. And it wasn't until I leaked it on Rogan that it got life. And so ever since it's got life, now it's got real life. And so I didn't think the movie was ever going to come out.
Dan, Bert's got me feeling confident. You know what? I'm going to join you, Bert, taking the shirt off.
Wow.
I love it.
Well, I'm going to have to do it too.
I too was ripped when I was younger, Bert.
to do with
Listen,
this.
let's all be. Come on, bros.
Oh man,
I don't really want to do
round the
this.
horn.
Dude, you're looking good.
The Mano Lantern.
Okay.
Oh my
Dan's
God.
doing it too. Dano!
Years. Take the top off.
Oh, jeez.
All right, you are allowing us to be more comfortable with our physical appearances.
I have to take off my nipple stickers.
He's a pioneer and an icon.
Oh, look at Dano.
Mr. Nipple.
Perfectly haired. Do
Sorry,
this to everybody.
I don't know. It's like a
Cold
routine.
in here.
Yeah,
It's
it
reverse
is
body
cold in
dysmorphia.
here.
It's a reverse
It's a
body
really
dysmorphia
weird
thing.
time for Jessica to come back
Yeah, I
into
was
the
like,
room.
Jessica,
Perfectly
do not
haired
walk in
gentleman.
here.
Hey, Jess.
You like it, Bert?
Get out.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Why
So
are you massaging?
Andrew Luck making an appearance there. Bert, I do want to know when you were partying, the top partier at the #1 party school in the country. What did that look like?
You're looking at
Marijuana in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Around 4. Simpsons, fried chicken, and a lot of cocktails up until about 2 a.m. Then back to my place. Goat Campbell around 3 a.m. Joint set on the Seminole Head.
I love you.
And not a lot of sex, just dudes.
The best 6.5 years of your life, Bert.
How much public nudity was there?
An aggressive amount. This is back before that was considered assault.
You can't do that. You shouldn't be. Publicly nude is probably a bad idea, but this was a different time.
I'm feeling assaulted right now in this room.
I took a dump on a pizza box to win an election. Like I was totally naked. Like this is back when that was called provoking.
That is a great sentence. I took a dump on a pizza box to win an election.
By a landslide. I won by a landslide.
I mean, that was Trump's platform.
What can you tell me about being moved performing in front of so many people? Because the crowds now where you gather are enormous. They surprise me even as funny as you are.
I'm telling you, I had a real moment in Boston. I had a real moment in Tampa at Amalie, but I had a real moment in Boston when I walked in, and there's this old guy that's been working at the Garden forever, and I walk into my underwear, and he goes, "You sold it to the ceiling, kid. You sold it to the ceiling." And then I got a standing ovation, and I started crying. I was like, boom! It caught me off guard. Same thing happened in Tampa. Same thing happened in Orlando. I never expected any of this, man. At 44, I was fired from Travel Channel. My wife wanted to get a vasectomy. We were tearing down our house to rebuild it. I was nowhere. I got kicked off Funny or Die tour. I was making $2,000 a week on Funny or Die. Tom was making $20,000 a night, and I was like, that's my life. I got to accept it.
Talking Sunset Gears with comedian Rob Delaney.
I really am thrilled to be doing this, Rob, because I admire your work a great deal, and it's rare that I find somebody from afar that I've been wanting to talk to because their story seems somehow something even more admirable to me. Now, you might not view it this way. I don't know how much nobility you think there is in your story, but in watching the art that you've made and watching the life that you've chosen, it's sort of been a pleasure to watch your work grow and to see, the things that you are choosing late in life to do artistically.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you, and thank you for acknowledging that I am late in my life. There's a refreshing honesty to that. I am 45, so I'm well more than halfway.
45
there.
is late in life.
I mean, I do think about it though sometimes. Though, like I'm definitely more than halfway done, and that's funny. Isn't that funny?
How does it feel to be told that you're late in life by someone who is considerably older than you?
Who's a great deal older than me? It's strange. I wonder, does he know things does he have access to my medical file? Has he seen things that I haven't seen?
I just feel like I feel through your art like you've lived more than I have. It's really what I'm doing there in the having of 4 kids, in the choosing work-life balance, in learning life's lesson. I just think that I was atrophied as a young person.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the things that
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
I'm going to combine two subjects here that people are tired of hearing me talk about, so I'm giving you the spoiler alert and the warning that this is both about comedy and sports media. Great. Both of the things, as Dave Portnoy and Barstool try to help what has been at Fox a sports dumpster for a while. Now they're FS1 and a college show that is getting a rocket ship of popularity and is the only thing I've ever seen challenge College Game Day because, at least in part, there is a shift in this country politically where young men want something, and young men are a really coveted demographic. And young men have changed who gets to be popular in comedy right now, so that the jokes made last night by a diluted comedian, diluted by network and time, by constraints, gave you his edgiest that takes out hacky, takes out gay, black, WNBA, but is edgy. Not as edgy as he is, as the only comedian I see going right now who has popularity, who has been using gay as a slur for a long, long time, and is the only one I've seen get away with it. So that's what you're hiring, right? The one, he's not from the manosphere, and he's kind of Rogan adjacent, but he's not one of the Rogan comedians who everyone gets mad at for changing comedy with young people because they're not as funny as some of the others.
I think he's from both.
Shane Gillis is not viewed as the same as some of the other Rogan guys that are viewed as less funny, less good than the highest end of comedy. Shane, like Joe Rogan's not respected as a comedian. He's respected as a grinder, but he's not respected as the highest end of funny. He's great at a lot of different things, but funny is among the funniest people. They look at him as less good than they are. And he has birthed a lot of comedians that the other great comedians are like, those guys aren't as funny as the funniest. But Shane Gillis, if he is from that world, he's the best of it. And last night, we can agree, right, that some of those jokes are just super easy, right? They're lazy jokes, right? We're not in disagreement about that, are we?
I'm just watching you dig, pal.
So here's Sarah Spain, and I know Sarah Spain has been used and weaponized and turned into an avatar for some form of, women are going to be so serious about this that they're not going to let it be funny. They're not going to let us be funny. They're not going to let the boys be funny anymore in 2025. So she writes, in a year of crazy growth for women's sports, choosing an ESPYs host who doesn't even try to make clever jokes about women athletes, he at least attempted for the men, he goes with hacky, no one knows the WNBA bits, and repeatedly insults black women. Cool. The choice you're making with Shane Gillis is that you need his popularity because award shows aren't what they were. I don't even know what the rating on that was, but whatever the rating was helped by Shane Gillis being there, because that event has not, that event for even comedy has been diluted since Norm Macdonald went there, one of Shane Gillis's heroes, and changed how they chose hosts forevermore because they didn't want to upset the athletes and Stugotz. Like, I can't tell you how hard this part is. These comedians need crowd energy. They need a good crowd. He's on a giant stage. He's in a suit he looks uncomfortable in. He's being formalized and introduced to people when the reason he's popular is because he looks like an everyman. I mean, he's funny too, but he looks the part. At first, people didn't even know what his politics were. Didn't know whether he was making fun of the right or being in bed with the right. They still don't sometimes.
No, I think that's accurate. Equal opportunity guy. I mean, you also have to keep in mind how he burst on the scene for a lot of people.
Yeah, canceled. Well, he was canceled by SNL and then turned it into starring and hosting for SNL not that long after. But you understand he's a symbol and an avatar for the times, correct? Like, young people get to decide what's popular in this country. They always have and they always will. They have more time than everyone else, and they will make tomorrow's stars. Shane Gillis is as big as anyone in comedy right now.
He's got a pretty smart tact, and he does nothing to dissuade certain people's perception of him, even though if that doesn't necessarily match his own personal convictions. He tries to find the funny in everything. But he's very smart to not turn off his base that may not exactly know what his deal is.
The late Norm Macdonald, you know how much we loved him around here. He was on a few times. You can get that blackjack story for me because he was a degenerate gambler. He went broke several times. And other comedians really admired him because he was entirely fearless. Fearless about bombing, liked sinking into the discomforts, liked making it awkward.
Even at the ESPYs.
I'm going to say that last night might have been harder for Shane Gillis than Saturday Night Live. Last night might have been harder for Shane Gillis than just about anything he has tried to do since he got popular because of the pressure of playing to that particular crowd filled with people that he admires because he's the guy who likes to get drunk at Notre Dame games. Like, he's got a lot of respect for athletes, and to be in front of them, joking with them, sort of odd, right? Because he's got to be... Shane Gillis has to go into that saying to himself as a sports fan, can you believe I've gotten here? That I am making these jokes for these people that I am thrilled to be meeting backstage. But then you go awkward, then you go upsetting. You know you're going to upset some people. And I thought he rushed through his clothes, which was meant to be as a celebration of Norm Macdonald. And many people were being introduced to this joke. When Norm Macdonald told this joke the first time, he was doing so to Ken Griffey Jr., John Elway, and a whole bunch of people who were not smiling at all when Norm Macdonald told this joke at Charles Woodson's expense. But Shane Gillis just, I mean, if you're going to accuse him of hack, punctuating this particular routine by just stealing Norm Macdonald's joke, telling it less well and too quickly so many years later, that's not the punctuation I'm guessing he was going for if he thought he was doing a Norm Macdonald bit by upsetting a local audience of sports heroes that weren't having it.
There's one thing I want to say before I get out of here, and this is a dumb joke. You guys aren't going to like it, but it was it's just a Norm Macdonald joke that I loved when he hosted the ESPYs, and I'm going to do it now. Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy this year. He's the first defensive player since Charles Woodson to win the Heisman. Congratulations, Travis Hunter, winning the Heisman. That's something they can never take away from you unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case they can take that away from you. Well, see, a lot of you don't like me, and that's okay. That's it for me. That went about as exactly how we all thought it was going to go.
So now that I'm done pontificating on, because I do want to talk about the media portion of this, because Barstool and FS1 getting partnership is an interesting development. But I wanted to ask the group, where are we on funny? On what's allowed? On how do you go to the edge at 5 p.m. on ABC and manage to do an artful comedy routine that just everyone says you killed it? Is that even possible? Is it? I'm dead serious about this.
He's getting a lot of fanfare. I didn't watch it. I've only digested the clip, so I haven't seen like the whole cadence of everything. Even there, like I didn't think it was rushed. I think that was a proper homage and his kind of uncomfortable in his own skin type of delivery, and I thought he did well with it because that was a tribute joke just for the modern era. Seems as though it's being pretty well received.
You're never going to get universal praise on a comedian. There's people that like him, people that don't like him, and that's fine. Like, that's what life is. You get to pick the people that you find are funny, and then the people that you don't find funny, you complain about, and that's what life.
I don't. I think Sarah Spain gets to decide that for me. And if she tells me not to laugh at something, I'm not laughing at it. Period. End of discussion. I'm not pissing her off.
That's smart.
Well, but I think that's the public take, and then in private you have your private stuff. And
you're not there to see it.
I'm not.
Exactly right.
I'm not. Look, okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This puts you in a tough
Time to throw
spot.
away all journalistic credibility and get reckless. Here is something we like to call reckless speculation.
Stay strong, Stu.
You're good.
I am not alleging at any point that Stugotz has said anything in private about Sarah Spain or her politics that would make this speculation to have any.
Trying to make this
clarification makes it worse.
That's not what this segment's about.
I'm not to laugh. I don't laugh. I mean,
I'm saying on the front end that I have no proof whatsoever that Stugotz has ever felt or said any of the things that I'm about to say.
I mean, you're the worst friend.
You're an absolute PR nightmare.
God.
He just
made me say you're good.
Well, here's the thing. Well, that's the awkward spot I was saying I was putting you in. The spot I was saying I was putting you in was that you had to say you're good to me when you weren't going to want to allow what it is that I'm about to say. But I want to make clear, Stugotz has never, ever once said anything about anyone's politics privately. But what he just said, I'll let Sarah Spain decide for me what I can laugh at, I don't believe is true in private. And so that's what I'm questioning, that perhaps...
You'll never know.
I feel like I do know.
Oh, my God, he knows.
Well informed.
I do feel like you will not allow Sarah Spain.
Gut feeling?
You will not allow Sarah Spain to decide what you laugh at viscerally, reflexively, instinctually. The part we can agree on, I hope, well, maybe we can't agree on it. Maybe we can't agree on it. Carl Anthony Towns, hey girl. What's clever about that?
Nothing.
Like and Carl Anthony Towns. How does that make gay people feel? How does that make Carl Anthony Towns feel? Like what's clever about that? Like the point of that.
The point is the audacity.
No, the point of that is just to stand. It's just to stand on the edge, to be provocative, just to provoke. It's not.
Are you not familiar with stand-up comedians? That's what they do.
Gets the people going.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Provocative.
Yeah.
You're talking about it now.
Quite frankly, people can accuse podcast hosts of just being provocative for provocative sake. Yeah. We receive that all the time.
I am talking about the thing that was in sports last night at an award show, dressed up as art on the slowest day of the year, presented to us by Disney as celebration of the middle of summer through comedy, arts, entertainment, and celebration.
I don't think anyone thinks of the ESPYs that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
art, comedy, sports, celebration.
Just filling time until we get back to sports.
Exactly. How do we sell ads and hand out trophies?
Yes, exactly.
Get
Award
famous
shows,
people in a room.
They're revenue generators. What can we sponsor against this? Let's throw ourselves a party. It's not, I mean, the people vote on it. You know, it's just there as entertainment. Like most award shows are just totally fabricated.
It's their suies.
Yeah.
Let's play Old Faces, New Places for a game that I've been promising here for about 24 hours. We're finally getting to it. This is the Stugotz wheelhouse. Wanted to wait till he got here in order to play it.
Gentlemen, welcome to Old Faces, New Places. Maybe if you haven't been paying attention to the NFL transaction wire, as some of us have, there's a lot of new faces, old faces in new places. So we're gonna start easy, and then we're gonna work our way down to a little bit harder. Every player you've heard of is on a different team than they were prior.
Okay, so you're saying the name or guessing the place.
Exactly right.
Got it.
Ooh, or we could name a place and try to guess the name.
Like it.
All right, we're gonna start here. This one's gonna be easy. Where is Joey Bosa right now?
Joey Bosa.
I know the answer.
I think I know what. I'm gonna write it
know.
down.
I'm gonna write it down too.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Mike's got it.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa, former Charger. Stu, where do you think Joey Bosa is?
Buffalo.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
They
Good
needed
job.
a big swing.
Chris, you got the
Do we have
fanfare there? Or
No,
fanfare?
go ahead.
Do we,
Just keep
no,
going.
just
Okay,
we're
all
right.
right.
Cool. I mean, that's the
He's
same
getting to
thing as a podcast game, so it's all good.
Where is Daniel Jones?
Oh, Danny Dimes.
I do know this
Danny
one.
Dimes.
I
Where
didn't-
is
I
Danny
didn't know.
Dimes?
I was
gotta write it
ashamed to say that I didn't know where Joey Bosa was. That I'm thinking most people do know that, though. Joey
Mike got it
Bosa-
wrong.
You've been
Mike
busy
just
doing
wrote it-
homework.
Mike just wrote it down, and he's wrong though. Now he's got it. Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason I know where Daniel Jones is because even if you're listening to this and don't know where Daniel Jones is, I want you to imagine where I'd have to put Daniel Jones for you to think he has a chance to be good with those
now you're doing it.
That bleeds into another topic.
Then we got another top
But
five
that-
me and
but
Stu
that's-
have.
But it's why he chose where he chose, because he thought the same way you did. Whatever
Wait
team
a
it is that
second.
you would go to if you thought Daniel Jones would be good there, where would that be?
He is an Indianapolis Colt. Right behind Anthony Richardson,
Oh,
who
yeah. Side by side, really.
is known to miss some time here and there.
What was your favorite memory of him in a Vikings uniform?
Micro down Vikings and passed it to me.
I had him as a Viking. I was not having him as a Colt there with that intro. I thought he was with the Vikings.
Yeah. Forgot about him signing with the Colts.
All right, guys, next one here. We're going to get a little bit more tough. Tight end who had a good season, good couple of seasons in Jacksonville, Evan Ingram. Where is Evan Ingram right now?
I've got no shot.
Where is Evan Ingram?
Tough one. Man.
Who spends bad money?
The Chargers needed weapons.
Not a Charger.
Evan Ingram.
Right, you're getting close in the division, though.
Carolina?
No. Think AFC West.
Ooh, did they get an A- from ESPN?
Possibly, I don't know.
Sam Garland?
Evan Ingram is a Bronco, ladies and
They got
gentlemen.
an A. They got an A from Sam Garland.
Yeah.
An A for Evan Ingram. Where is Mac Jones?
Evan Ingram, incidentally.
Is he a Jag?
Is Evan Ingram?
Yeah, he is.
I think he is.
Looks
Yeah.
the part. Is Evan Ingram looks the part?
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Yes.
Looks the part Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
I got this one.
Mac Jones. Where's Mac Jones today?
I know this one.
Mac Jones, boys. Where is he?
Can I
at
drop a
backup
hint?
at?
Yeah.
It was rumored that this head coach was infatuated with him during the draft process. He was heavily linked back then.
San Fran?
Yep.
My man.
Nailed it. Here's a name that everybody knows. It's a long one. I don't know what happened there. Where is Cam Akers, boys? Cam Akers.
CFL.
Tough runner.
Tough runner. Came back from an Achilles injury faster than anybody on the planet.
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers. Where's Cam Akers?
Could be
today?
anywhere. I mean,
Feels like a giant.
No, he's not there. He's not in Chicago.
Just throwing a dart.
Just the name Cam Akers.
Feels like a giant.
Cam Akers. So you're saying you don't know anything about this person except their name suggests to you that they would be an ogre or a giant.
I can just picture them signing with the Giants.
Okay.
You can picture the blue helmet with the blue jersey.
So
Spends bad
Yeah, I did not.
I thought
team
you had
spends
him
bad
as a
money.
Physical giant.
I'll give you guys another
torso is
guess.
small.
This team spends terrible money, and they're in a terrible situation.
The Saints.
He's a Saint. Wow. He's a New Orleans Saint, Dano. All right. Last one here. Actually, I'm going to do two rapid fire. Where is Hunter Renfrow? Back in the NFL.
right.
Where is he?
He's got to just be always a Patriot. Even
He
though
was out of the
there last year.
NFL?
Yeah, out of the NFL for a year.
Interesting.
I had no idea.
Mike is locked in,
I
guys.
had no idea Hunter Renfrow had been out of the NFL the entire year. I did not know
Dude's
that.
got a giant head.
He's a Carolina Panther.
Really? Ooh, little weapon. For
All right,
Bryce
last
Young.
one here. This is a bigger name. Where's Tyler Lockett?
Ooh.
He's not.
Oh,
with
I
the
know this
Seahawks.
one.
He'll always
I'm-
be a Seahawk.
Seahawk great,
I
Seahawk
know.
legend.
I
They're going to
know.
retire his jersey. Where is Tyler
Feels like a
Lockett?
giant.
He goes. I think he signed where wide receivers go to die and end their career.
The Jets.
Do you guys understand
Not remotely close.
that we could play this game again and I'd still get them all wrong?
I forgot where Bosa plays.
He's a Tennessee Titan.
He's a Tennessee Titan.
Lockett?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me
Really?
So it wasn't football homework Dan was doing.
No.
Chris Cody, yes, I noticed that you didn't have any helpful answers and didn't speak at all with any
Duke.
guesses.
The Duke.
during
The
it.
Duke.
He
My
knows.
football
He
show
knows
is
before it
canceled.
happens.
So Duke doesn't have to do
Outta
it.
here.
It doesn't have to take a quiz.
I'm watching on television here as I see poor Dominique Foxworth try to fill time, and the question on the screen was the following: what will determine the winner of Ohio State Texas week?
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
It's coming up soon, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
6 weeks.
And
Raw dog me with football.
Well, this is the thing that's happening around here
Down the
because
club?
the reason I bring it up is because
It's my new podcast.
Tony came in today and he wants to do something that is tickling Stugotz, and I feel like the whole thing is because you guys have some sort of football itch that's happening here. Tony is wanting to do a top 5 list, and I don't want to do it because.
What do you mean?
I felt like our top 5 lists are meant to be at least light and funny in some ways, and he just wants to do top 5 NFL MVP flyers.
Oh, I love that. Now,
Yes.
Dan, it
Yes,
is.
more.
Yeah, it's flyer
More.
season, man.
Raw dog me with football.
We're here in July, okay? That's when you start looking up at the season. You're saying, who could be an MVP that I can get some value on? Throw a little dart against the board and see who's who.
You're just starting to take a peek. That's all. I mean, that's what you do. And listen, it is flyer season because you'll never get a better price than you'll get right now.
Exactly
So
right.
if I throw this dart and it lands, I'm seeing who's who.
Yeah. Who's who in the MVP race in the NFL in July? What prices we can get? Me and Stu collaborated on this top 5. Stu, do you want me to go first? With a 5?
Wait, well, just hold on for a second.
Dan said he didn't want to do it.
I thought we were going. No, my bad. I thought we were all
and slow.
Yeah.
The seeing
getting
who's
there, Tony.
who. What do you think we're going to be seeing now? First of all,
Throw a dart.
that expression, right? We've covered that already. The seeing who's who. That statement is stupid. It's that statement. I'm not saying
it's not stupid. Right. You're stupid.
Yep.
We will not be seeing anything, but this really just is. You guys understand that this game isn't clever. It's not fun. It's just Tony wanting to be able to tell you "I told you so" 5 months from now because somebody's having a decent season.
I think it's 2 of those 3 things.
With the names on these lists, I will be telling you I told you so.
Yep.
Guarantee that.
And if he's wrong, he will stay quiet and not be held accountable.
All right, starting off at number 5, no OLI. We're getting straight to it. This is the top 5 list of NFL MVP flyers. Stu, I'm going to go first.
Right.
I'm going to take Michael Penix Jr.
Like it.
I'm going to see what's going on with Michael Penix Jr. as NFL MVP. Comes in his sophomore season, had a good end of the season last year, builds up on some stuff. It could be interesting.
It could be. Has anyone thrown better incompletions in the history of the NFL than Michael Penix Jr.? I mean, he looks good when he's not completing passes. Number 4, Carolina. Their quarterback got off to a rocky start, had a great second half. Adam Thielen said he would have retired, told me that in Tahoe, if he didn't think this guy had MVP potential. Number 4, Dan, Bryce Young.
I love that.
I didn't realize this was a dual list that you guys were doing.
Collaboration.
I didn't realize that was the 2 of you working on something.
Now, if Adam Thielen knows anything about the Carolina Panthers, he knows exactly the status of that locker room. Because the previous time that we played with him in Tahoe, he said, you know what drew me to Carolina? The coaching staff that was later blown out in 7 weeks.
But we know who has the wherewithal, so we're okay. Dave Canales.
I think that Stugotz has only selected that because Stugotz remembers and is willing and ready to club me over the head with me announcing last year that Bryce Young was done as an
And then what happened?
quarterback.
And then what happened?
Andy Dalton got into a car accident.
That's why I slotted him at 4,
Dan, he came back, he looked bigger. We always got that to hang our hat on. Man, he looks bigger. What happened there? Line starts behind Dan, though.
Got some of that Ekblad.
All right, number 3, a guy we didn't see last year, but could come in. I don't know if he can win Rookie of the Year because he's not a rookie anymore, but hasn't played. J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, he has weapons.
Kevin O'Connell starts putting things together. Justin
one
Jefferson.
of them was Daniel Jones.
J.J. McCarthy, little flyer.
Yeah.
On DraftKings Sportsbook, I think he's like 1,500 to 1.
Well, that's a good bet just because if Sam Darnold can look like that, Sam Darnold can look like
that
that
offense
there,
with that coach. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just can't shake how Jim Harbaugh hit him. That one's always going to be weird with me.
How can it not be weird to watch in that conference Urban Meyer win with his third-string quarterback the national championship and Jim Harbaugh have so much success with an undefeated team, the best in Michigan history, that the entire season he had a first-round quarterback that he purposely hid because he did not trust him to be a first-round quarterback, except for at the end of the Ohio State game where he needed him that one time for 6 seconds.
And it was a better catch. It was a better catch than throw. No doubt, yeah. Catch was incredible. But there's another one, Drew Aller, and you understand by looking at him why people think that he's a future number 1 pick. But, play an Orange Bowl and complete a pass to a wide receiver. Complete a pass to a wide receiver in a game.
Yep.
To the point that you just made, though, on J.J. McCarthy, honest to God, I'm trying to find precedent for where it is and when it is. I've seen that happen. It can happen that a Josh Allen is somebody who's a first-round pick and none of us have seen him play. But it's never none of us have seen him play because his coach won't let him play. Like, will just go so run conservative that he will actively make the perception of his quarterback less than what it should be because of how he's using him so conservatively. It's literally something I've never seen before. I've never seen a coach hide a quarterback his last year and then that quarterback becomes a top 10 pick in the draft. Have you?
No. But, Tony, you know what I'm sensing here?
What?
Dan's going to put a flyer on J.J. McCarthy.
That's a good bet.
He likes the unknown.
I can't believe you have two better than this.
Oh, you can wait till you see. Stu, you got two.
Number 2. AFC West, that guy Walden, what's his name? Gave him an A in the offseason. They deserve it. But really, this team was built last year in the draft with Bo Nix.
Oh, I love that.
Walter did not give them an A. There's only one A.
Well, he
the Rams.
Yeah, bad job by Walter.
Are you sure? I thought it was the Broncos.
Same.
They got Evan Ingram.
I thought the Broncos were the ones that got the A. And I thought his name was Sam Garland.
Oh.
By the way, another old face, new place. J.K. Dobbins, also a Bronco.
Really?
So they're packing up guys that probably
Wait a
were good
minute. Don't
5
give me
years ago.
some of your leftovers, your
No,
recycled
I'm just saying, I just saw
leftovers.
here.
Nice little nugget.
I saw
It's a nice
Broncos.
nugget. It is.
Always give me the
Face,
Bo Nix up
new
to
place.
1.
Yeah, bro.
Places.
I love Bo Nix, though. I love Bo Nix.
He's good.
All right, number 1, a guy who's been hotly debated here, even in the last 5 minutes. Number 1 guy we're going to put a little MVP flyer on, just in case.
Love it.
Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Just in case,
That's
Dano.
ridiculous.
Screw you.
Just in case.
No, the guy backing up, the guy with starting experience who's won a playoff game, who was backing up a guy who you know is going to get injured. That is a guy you put a flyer on for NFL MVP.
MVP story
That's a good
right
job
there.
by you,
Yep,
Tony.
thank you.
Well, it's your collaboration with Stugotz. God, the two of you must have enjoyed that time together so much.
Imagine coming up with quarterback names like, oh, Bryce Young's like, yeah, for sure. Then I came up with Bo Nix. He's like, we got to have Bo Nix.
So just so good at this. Second-year quarterbacks.
No, Daniel Jones has been around a while. He's got a second contract.
The thing that we're doing with the Broncos that is just really magical.
Putting pressure on him.
Sean Payton,
No,
Bo
it's
Nix.
not. It's that. It's what he just did. It's that. It wasn't that long ago that I saw that team give up 70. Now I know they've got the defensive player of the year.
And they got J.K. Dobbins.
But what everyone is doing is, well, if that's what Bo Nix looks like after 1 year of Sean Payton.
Number 2?
I saw you guys like blatantly disrespectful earlier this week because you're saying all of a sudden the Kansas City Chiefs stranglehold on that division is in jeopardy, and all you could offer me was Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Many are saying
We got Herbert, too.
I'll say the Chargers too.
No,
Lad
but
McConkey
what
is-
I'm saying regarding the Broncos, all you guys could give me, all you guys said, like if I walk right now anywhere to a sports bar in America and I go up to somebody who's a Broncos or a football fan, casual, and I just say, what do you think about the Broncos? Mm-hmm. I'm just going to get a finger point and Bo Nix from every last
That's
one
right.
of them.
Popular pick. Yes.
I'm sure back. Hey, playoffs last year.
Patrick Surtain.
Patrick Surtain, huh?
Yeah.
Playoffs
We got
last year.
J.K. Dobbins now, huh?
Good corner.
That's how you talk football.
All right, so walk.
So Evan Ingram's now a
all
Bronco?
right, so let's do this.
Looks good.
I like this game better. This game is better.
You say a team, we'll do it
Yes,
for you.
I'm gonna. That's okay. I'm gonna.
I could do this for any team, Dan.
No.
Any team.
Here, this
God,
is.
I'm having so much
I
fun right
want
now.
you to. Okay.
You guys do it. I'm just
We're
gonna
back,
touch,
baby!
I'm just gonna touch my nipples the whole time.
Raw dog me with football.
All right. I am walking into a sports bar and I am having withdrawal because I haven't been able to talk football with a whole bunch of people who don't know shit about football but want to be in the conversation. So now let me go up to the bar, and these guys are having fun. They're slapping each other on the back. They're having a great time. They're clearly
Shadowboxing
talking
in the
about
back.
football.
That's
And
what football
Mock
fans do.
drafting.
I mean,
Yeah, mock drafting.
I want to.
Oh, God.
I want to get in the mix. Yes, they're shadowboxing like Conor McGregor because they're doing a lot of cocaine. They're talking very fast about football. So, hey, you guys, The Colts, huh?
The Colts. Yeah. AFC South.
Wait a minute.
That
Daniel Jones.
It's a weird division, man.
Wait a minute.
Division's wide open for the
Always
Colts,
up for
Dano.
grabs. AFC South. Yeah.
Guess who they re-signed, Mike? Mo Alley Cox.
Wow, no one's happier than Spiro Didis.
He's going to be open from the 10-yard line in the red zone, and he's going to be open for a nice little post into the end zone for a touchdown.
They have a path.
They always
do.
do.
They have
they
a path.
always do.
And
They
that
always
path
do.
is the AFC South.
Exactly.
God, that first touchdown, Mo Alley Cox is going to hit like crack.
So imagine you got Anthony Richardson. If he can play and get them to a couple of games, a couple of wins, right, before his body lets him down, we know that. All of a sudden, Daniel Jones comes in, maybe with a nice little couple game buffer, starts getting the offense going, starts
MVP.
running a little bit. All of a sudden,
I'd straight
Have
up.
another drink.
I'd straight up pay $1,000 to watch a replay of Jags Colts 1 o'clock at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Make it a double.
Who do I pay? Pick a year.
Big year for Steichen.
yeah, Shane Steichen's got
Finally
to
see
do
what Steichen's got.
Yep. Michael Pittman Jr., by the way.
Make or break.
Tough guy.
Make or break.
He gets us.
Tony, do me a favor and look at the game logs for a second, because I believe I lost no bet more last season than Mo Alley Cox over 8.5 yards for the game. I don't believe
Play is always anytime tutty, by the way. Dan.
Yeah, anytime, Tutty.
You are gambling.
And it's usually
very
six
poorly,
yards.
very poorly. He'd be at 8.5. I'm like, it's just one of them, and then 1 for 4 yards touchdown.
Yeah, he's got no time for yak. Can't yak if you're already in the back of the end zone, pal.
If you want 8 yards from Mo Alley Cox, you got to throw it to him 9 yards down the field.
Yes. Yeah. It better be first and goal from the 9.
Put it.
Tend to make it safe, honestly.
Put it on the poll, please. If you want 8 yards from Mo Alley Cox, you better be throwing it 9 at Le Batard Show. Yes or no?
All right, I'm looking at his game logs here. First couple of games, he had a donut on the game log. Against the Tennessee Titans, 1 catch, 15 yards, so you hit that one.
Nice.
AFC South.
Next one, 1 catch, 2 yards. Good.
That's tough.
0 for 0.
This is my favorite segment also.
Okay, 2 catches for 15 yards. All right, heating up.
Nice.
Cashed it early.
Then another donut. Okay. Against the Jets, 3 catches, 17 yards.
Full mast.
Love that. Then a couple of games of some donuts, a couple of games of some donuts.
I was
one
studying
target,
the
0.
linebacker coverages.
Yeah, 0 against all those.
Find the
Miami,
hole in the zone.
Miami, 1 target, no catches. Not
that
good.
one hurt.
I
Yeah,
remember
that's a
that
tough
one.
Yeah. Tennessee, 4 catches, 41 yards.
He exploded.
Love that.
AFC South.
In a high-scoring game against Jacksonville where they lost 37-34.
AFC South.
2 catches, 37 yards, and a tutty.
Wow.
And then caught the rest of the season combined 22 yards in 5 games.
Let me go back to the sports bar, please. These guys are, again, having a great deal of fun. One of them is shadowboxing in the corner because he's done too much cocaine, like Conor McGregor, allegedly.
Just needs to move.
We legit did 4.5 minutes on just Colts.
I know.
You're so back.
I know. I regret making fun of all of this, given how starved we are for all of it.
Spiro Didis bent me over the bar,
Please just say another team.
and I let him.
You guys, what do you think Anthony Richardson's going to do this year?
Oh, AFC South.
Talk about a guy who's got incredible talent. He's just got to put it together, Dan. That's the thing.
This is what the Colts do.
Yeah.
Their starter goes away, and a backup excites the base and does just enough to have them in the graphic by week 17.
There's a
18.
path for him.
There is
Who else can throw 70 yards off his back foot?
Nobody.
Tell me.
Touchdown.
Kyle
Mo
Bowler,
Alley.
maybe? That's it.
Touchdown, Mo Alley Cox.
Did you forget all the other NFL teams?
No, I thought it'd be funny to just go right back to the Colts conversation. The Patriots guys.
Drake May.
Oh, they got
Drake May. Stu, what do you think about Drake May?
High
Is this
ceiling.
the year?
Breakout season.
Is this
yeah.
the year?
Yeah.
I'm not too thrilled with Stephon Diggs' offseason. Gotta be honest.
But
Right.
that's a number 1 wide receiver offseason. That's what I want.
You think?
I want my
you
wide
want
receiver
a
one on the
31-year-old
boat.
wide receiver
Correct.
coming off
I
a torn
want him.
ACL?
I want him putting out 2C to the ladies. That's what I want for my diva wide receiver. I want that guy making.
And then you want Vrabel to shut him up, and that's what he
Exactly
did.
right.
Can I-
Vrabel's a coach, by the way. I
Can I
love
be
Vrabel as a
honest?
coach.
That video, the offseason video, he looked pretty cool.
Of course.
Was it an
see the
ascot?
scar?
That was
Yeah.
cool.
He's cool.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's super cool.
Yeah.
I think him and Cardi B broke up though. So now we have that going into camp. That
Hey,
that
all right,
narrative.
focus.
Now we lock in. Had fun during the summer. Now we lock in. Defense looks good, by the way.
And I heard good things about Josh McDaniels. Is he still there?
Yeah.
I do have to point out to both of you guys that I do believe that when you went Drake May, Stephon Diggs, and I think the key to this game is that you're naming the only two people that anybody would be naming.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what you. That's
I
what you
think
do.
that's the key. You go
By the way,
quarterback.
Relatable,
Stevenson,
Dan.
tough
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Tough runner, Ramondre
tough
Stevenson.
runner.
But if you go, I think the key to this though is that you just go two names everyone knows and then Vrabel. Like you just that's bang
got the
bang.
Kings.
It's another version of Stephen A. Smith's Wichita State and them boys during the NCAA tournament.
I did read a clipping about Josh McDaniels really devoting himself to reinventing NFL offseason, and that is big if he's still indeed on that staff.
Another year without Brady.
If Josh goes down, that division's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt.
They have a path.
They always have a path.
Always.
Old names, new places, Tony. Antonio Gibson. How about that?
Yeah.
He'll get you.
Last year.
That guy can get you 3 yards,
Exactly.
Dan. Not more, but he can get you 3.
And
if you
a
have a
catch
3rd
out
and
of the
2, he's your guy.
backfield, too.
Yeah.
Get you 3 yards in a phone booth.
Is Hunter Henry still
First
there?
down.
Hunter Henry's always there, right?
I don't know.
They have tight ends for days.
They do.
Is put it on the poll, Juju. Is Hunter Henry always a Patriot?
Gotta be there.
He's still there.
Large head.
Hunting season in New England.
It's a podcast.
Tell him. Yeah.
Southern Outdoors with Jeremy Teche and Chris Cody. Hunter Henry, when you just say that name, it's funny because what it conjures is not a New England Patriot. It's somebody who would morph from a football player into an old-timey actual Patriot, like somebody in uniform who would march. Like you just say Hunter Henry, and I'm like, that person gives, that name gives off. I wouldn't recognize him if he walked in here right now. None of you would.
I think
correct?
of the waiver wire.
I
I think
think he's a big lad.
Big guy.
He's a big lad.
But
big
by
neck.
face, you guys think you would recognize
For
what
sure.
Hunter
Just like a
Henry looks
square
like?
head.
Yeah,
For
square
sure.
head.
Square.
I'd piece it together.
A Plumlee head?
Yes.
Like a
Yeah.
Plumlee.
Like
I think I'd
times
piece it
3.
together.
Yeah.
Got the hair kind of going
You
down.
know why?
too.
Because I've bet
Comb
Hunter
over.
Henry anytime touchdown approximately 47 times in my life.
You are gambling.
I am gambling on props. And he's not even the most looks like a Patriot Hunter. Renfro looks like he's on the front line.
Hunter Henry, you click on him in fantasy, you look at his game log. Am I going to pick him up on the waiver wire? Nope. And then you move on with your day.
People were smaller back then in the American Revolution days.
So
people used to be smaller.
All right, put it on the poll, please. Who looks more like a patriot with a bayonet marching into war? Hunter Henry or Hunter Renfro?
Oh, wow.
With a sandwich for laughs.
So honestly, thrilled to be doing this with you because I have admired your work. You are just such a sculptor. You're an artist as a comedian. It's sort of the
Why, thank you.
well, the craft of it. It's such a hard way to make a living, Jay. I don't even understand how you make a living that way. I really don't. You have to be demented to choose, you know what? I'm going to laugh my way to the top. I'm going to take the expectation of funny, and that's how I'm going to get rich. Get out of here. It's crazy.
It seems sort of second nature to me. You know, I think it's one of those things is if it's what you like to do, it just comes. You know, I remember when I was in college, I'm dyslexic, so.
Sweet Clevelander.
I should tell the audience that we've got a bit of an emotional week, I would say, here this week as we are leaving this studio. It's been an eventful 2 years where the show has struggled and groaned under the weight of trying to build a business. And we're going to move into new studios. Everything is moving after, I think it's close to 10 years here. And we're going to remember some of the things from the Clevelander because as expensive as the property value has gotten around here, the neighborhood has really deteriorated. There has been
so is my health.
There's been a lot of
but that's your fault.
Shootings here recently and assassinations, plural. And we need to get out of here. And next
that
week,
move is brought to you by Miller Lite. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Next week is going to be a little bit difficult because we're going to be in the change, and these are not your problems, they are our problems, but we ask for yet more patience after 2 years of trying to build this thing. We're excited about getting into new studios, and we will remember the Clevelander throughout the rest of the week here, because one of the great memories I have, Stugotz, it really is one of my favorites as I've gotten late in life and have learned to appreciate some of this nonsense that we get to do every day, is the weekend before we were going to go on ESPN radio and start with whatever it is we were doing with them. They were going to make this studio look like all the other studios, which is just blue paneling behind us that would be nondescript. And my brother and I spent the entire weekend here putting all of this stuff up. And the reason that it's one of my favorite memories is because I remember the screaming phone calls on Monday when no one had been informed that that's what we would look like. And they didn't want us to look like that. Or no one had given them a heads up, I should say. It's not that they didn't want us to look like that. It's that they were going for homogenized at the beginning, and we put up all these tiles that we're at some point here going to just auction off because they've been here for 10 years representing us as we make a move to become a bigger business. We've got, Mike, do you know how many employees we have now? I don't know how many employees we have now.
I walked into to today's pre-production meeting, and I was a little stunned at how many people were in that room, considering it's just jarring seeing how we've started. And there was a lot of people here when we were doing HQ. It was even tighter back then in many respects because we had the equipment. But I think the stark contrast is from the pandemic days when ESPN would only allow you and me in these studios and people were zooming in. So maybe I'll have fonder memories when we get out of here, and I'll look back on some of the stuff that we did here and created here fondly, but I cannot wait to get out of this godforsaken building, thanks to Miller Lite. Yeah. Just 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Winner of 3 World Beer Cups. They don't just give those things away.
You have said that this place is haunted. You have come in hot from L.A. talking way too much about sponsorships and deals. We are moving. This is a growing business, and part that you left out was the answer to my question. How many employees do we have?
I don't know.
A lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Because there's a difference between full-time employees and part-time employees. But in terms of like people that are here, it seems like 87.
It's not here, but it's not just here. But it's a lot of people. It's much, much more than what's on air as we try to get up a video.
You would think the show would be a lot better.
You really would.
But it's only gotten worse.
Well, the solution to everything is hire more people, and then all it happens is more problems. That's what I've noticed.
Again, the deterioration of everybody's health.
Yes, that's part of what's
hanging over
happening.
This show.
So, do you have a top 5 nostalgic, syrupy memories instead of hauntings? Let's do some top 5 lists to celebrate our time here. 8 to 10 years, so Stugotz can be nostalgic, so that Roy can be nostalgic.
It's been 8 to 10 years for everybody else. It's been 20 to 30 for Stu.
Yeah, it has.
All really in space, by the way.
Yep.
Billy can get emotional here. Teach the young ones.
I don't want to leave. What? I revealed that today in the garage.
Billy said that to me. Yeah, I was having a heater in the garage.
He was talking to Cougs upstairs in the garage. I was walking down.
Who's Cougs?
Cougs.
Oh, you know.
Do you not want to? I am more worried about them finding a body underneath your desk than I am in Mel Reese.
I have a plastic container. I have to take all this stuff today, I was told. So
that's why you don't want to leave, because you got to clean up.
I like it here. I mean, downtown floods. I don't know if we're supposed to say we're going to.
Jessica heard that Tony and Stugotz had been collaborating that way, and then I look up during the break, and Jessica and Stugotz are collaborating all of a sudden, giggling and laughing with each other. Stugotz is enjoying these top 5 collaborations. What are you two working on? What is it that you guys were just doing in tandem there?
Well, Dan, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the story of Bill Ackman the 59-year-old hedge fund billionaire who played in a challenger event in Rhode Island this past weekend, which went about as well as you would expect for a non-professional tennis player in a professional tennis event playing against professional tennis players would go. And it's been quite a controversy. Andy Roddick said on his podcast that it's one of the most embarrassing things he's ever seen in professional tennis. And quite a storm erupted around all of this. He then proceeded to try to make a $10 million donation to the Tennis Hall of Fame. And they were like, no, we don't want this. This looks like you bribed your way into this event, which you totally didn't do, Bill Ackman. And amidst all of this, Dan, he's been just posting these like 5 billion word tweets about it. Anyways, long story short, his doubles partner in this event was Jack Sock. And so Stugotz and I were collaborating on athletes whose names connote laundry.
Oh, wow. That's very exciting.
Yes.
At Batard Show, let's make sure not to leave this segment without getting to that top 5 list. You Got Served with Andy Roddick is an actual podcast. It's a good podcast. Andy Roddick is very good. Weren't you talking about putting together a podcast with Andy Roddick and Marty Fish?
I wanted to, but Andy's busy.
But it had like a great name. I don't think it was Fish Dick, even though I think you were saying it had
Fish and Rod.
Fish and Rod is what it was.
Yep.
Fish and Rod.
I think they should have gone with Dan.
Better name for a podcast. Fish and Dick, or Fish and Rod, or Fish Dick at Batard Show. Can we play for Jessica here an assortment of video and sound? I want to start with Xander Schauffele because I don't know what Stugotz's opinion is on this. We will go to him first because he's our golf expert. But Xander Schauffele alleges something, and I don't know how Stugotz feels about this.
Say you don't have any trophies?
No.
Where are they?
My parents' house, probably, in a bank vault. I think that's where some of the one of the trophies was. When they travel,
Including the gold medal?
I actually have no idea where that is. To be completely honest,
It's great to know.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
what am I going to do with it? I don't really invite people over to my house, so what am I just go look at it myself? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? That's just my that's how I feel about it. It's I'm not going to walk into a trophy room and be like, oh, look how great I am. You know what I mean?
I get that's what you're supposed to say. Hey, I'm not going to celebrate myself. I don't need reminders of all my accomplishments. I am focused. I am focused on winning the next tournament, the next round, the next major. I get it. He knows where the trophies are. I don't care what anyone tells me. He knows exactly where the gold medal is. He knows exactly where all the trophies are. He has worked his entire life to get those trophies. He knows where they are. Dan, I won the Sachem's Coup in 1982. At Camp Wanawke, okay, for best athlete in the camp. They called it the Sachem's Coup. I know exactly where it is. It's a feather. It has red on it. It has black on it. It has yellow on it. It has green on it. It has blue on it. I know exactly where that thing is because I worked my entire life to win the Sachem's Coup back in 1982. So he knows where the trophies are.
Where is it?
It's in my dad's office. It is.
Does your dad pretend he won it?
I mean, that's up to my dad. He can, say whatever he wants, right? I mean, he's my dad. He's free to say I won the Sachem Coup in 82.
You're saying
it'd be weird to have a guy who was 45 years old at the time at sleepaway camp, but,
He'd probably win, though, at 45, you would think.
You would have to win.
Beating 12-years or whatever it was?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Jessica, do you believe that Schauffele is lying?
No, I just think he's the most Cali person. He's probably the most Cali guy on the tour, right, Stugotz? He's just yeah, whatever.
His name is Xander.
San Diego
Very
vibes.
laid back, yes.
If you won those trophies, he's not wrong, right? You don't assume that the people who are winning all their trophies are making giant trophy rooms and then often when they're by themselves, walking into that trophy room, standing there and being like, wow, I really am great.
That's what Brooks Koepka has, right? In the first season of Full Swing, I remember he had a full trophy room and there were empty shelves for future tour wins, or well, not tour wins, I guess now, future majors wins. Dan, he just had like this big room in his house.
Left some slots open, right?
Oh, but the best sort of intimate view of an athlete's excellence regarding a trophy room that I've seen was some inside look at Serena Williams, where she was going through her trophy room, and she really had some of the stuff was dusty and stuff because she'd won so many of them. To have her in the middle of her excellence, sort of bored by her own excellence, was an inside look. I believe Schauffele, though. Ricky Williams' Heisman was in my father's garage for 12 years.
Yeah, but didn't Ricky know that?
But Ricky knew where it was. I understand not celebrating yourself while you're inside your career, but you know where the trophies are.
I don't know if he knew where it was. I don't actually know. I can't say that for sure. Let's play some sound here of one of Jess's favorites, because this one's going to be tough to explain to people later in life. Joe Mazzulla, if they had lost and been swept when down 3-0, there's a good chance Joe Mazzulla would have been fired against the Miami Heat. A better than average chance that Mazzulla would have been fired. Instead, he wins a championship, and we don't know what to make of Mazzulla because he's a little out there. He's different than most of the championship coaches, especially in Boston. But let's listen to the Joe Mazzulla sound here, because nobody in the NBA, there's not a coach in the NBA now that talks like this person, and I don't know if there's ever been one.
So you know how they have escape rooms?
Yeah.
We should start a business where you have like situation rooms. You can sign up and go in and reenact different things. You know, like, hey, what are you doing tonight? We're going to grab dinner and then we're going to go reenact the Bin Laden raid.
That'd be a sick first date idea.
I think the escape room's just the beginning.
They have those. You go out to like the West Coast, the John Wick guy that teaches you gun.
But I'm talking like down here on the main road. I'm saying like you can find an escape room anywhere.
At a billiard spot?
Yeah, like tonight we're going to reenact
Saw 4.
No, yeah, maybe. I mean, talk about morality. But tonight we're going to reenact like negotiation tactics. After dinner, you're going to be kidnapped and I got to use my negotiation tactics to like get you back.
Fun Friday night.
I mean, escape rooms are just the beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's child's play.
That's boring.
Trying to go P.F. Chang's and maybe a little waterboarding afterwards.
Have you guys seen Joe Mazzulla laugh?
It's about as close as I've seen it.
Yeah.
He doesn't do a lot of laughing, does he?
Can I just say one thing? The Joe Mazzulla wanting to reenact the Bin Laden raid is one thing, but the guy who said that that's a great first date idea should be on some sort of list.
I agree. At Batard Show.
Like a to-date list?
That's a good gummy conversation right there, though.
Sure is.
What are we going to do with the way that we appraise Joe Mazzulla? Because I don't have this wrong, right? This is going to be over the last 3 years, there has been a bit of a conundrum on whatever it is the genius leadership is of that franchise, because that franchise has been well run, and he's gone. You do understand that while he was learning on the biggest stage, we watched him come very close to failing and damaging his career in a way that wouldn't have made anything like what he did last year close to possible.
I think there's a chance that he's viewed like Budenholzer, a guy that has a championship but is not necessarily high regarded.
Budenholzer won a Coach of the Year, though. He won 61 games in Atlanta.
I know his resume, and he's still viewed as a joke.
I think things are going to take a turn now when we have no Jason Tatum this year. How is he going to be able to navigate around Jaylen Brown, around the core that they have at the moment, with knowing that their ownership group wants to sell off, players, wants to get a little bit more under the cap. The thing that I look at is Brad Stevens, I feel like, is a better GM that he's been a coach, right? Is that fair to say? Better GM than coach?
I mean, it's irrefutable. He's been more successful.
He handpicked this guy, Joe Mazzulla, and I feel like I trust Brad Stevens on, hey, he's a good coach. I'm going to listen to what Brad Stevens has to say.
Because he handpicked Udoka prior to, and
he's a very great coach too.
But you guys just said that Mazzulla is in joke territory.
I think there's a chance that it could happen, and
it could
some
happen.
of that's not his fault with his injury. They could take a step back this year. Most people expect them to, with Jason Tatum being injured, and they've gotten rid of players. And if there's a sacrificial lamb, he might be it.
But you think he's a joke just because he's like weird?
Yeah, I think that adds to it, honestly. He's very kooky.
Public voices for a team don't usually do what he just did there. He does not seem to have
come up with a potentially billion-dollar idea.
Great business idea. Give it a free game.
Isn't this what you guys want
Yeah.
from like coaches? You're like, I don't say anything, and then they say something like, "Whoa, don't say that. That's weird."
No, I like what he said.
No,
Say
I
less.
dig it.
Bin Laden thing would be cool.
I'm doing more the appraisal of a champion and how it is that we assign traits to winners, whether they are weird or whether they're careful. Like, I really don't know what to make of this person. When I ask if you guys have seen him laugh, it's because I see an uncommon intensity in every conversation that he has.
There's a Mike McDaniel element to this where right now it's fine. Nice.
Yeah, but this guy's won something.
But I'm just saying.
That's right.
Right now, he's riding off of that, where it's like, we're good with it.
Right.
If they struggle this year and then the next year, this is not going to be as cute.
I'm with you. Crazy eyes land different if you're in the play-in.
Is there a coach that has won a championship and then years later turned into a punchline, like a joke?
Mike Budenholzer,
I guess.
Well, years later,
Riley.
Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah. Les Miles.
But Les Miles went on to Kansas and then had the worst program. Like, he had a punctuation that the championship wasn't terribly fresh once we got to the punctuation.
Right. The final act was Ed Orgeron getting fired.
How about Bill Belichick?
That's a great one, Jess.
Excellent.
Story's still being written, but right now, if it came to an end right now, and it's not even on the field, it's crazy.
The thing that I would say to you, though, about, in general, the appraisal on Mazzulla, usually the guy that is the eccentric personality isn't also young enough to be the whiz kid. It's not the most common thing to have somebody have, championship pedigree. And also, but the stuff he's doing, he's in his early 30s, and usually, especially in Boston, that looks like Brad Stevens or it looks like, Theo Epstein.
A couple comps, like Dick Vermeil, early days with the Eagles.
But if it looks like Brad Stevens and looks like Theo Epstein, it usually talks like Brad Stevens and Theo Epstein, not like this person, not like Joe Mazzulla talks.
I mean, Dick Vermeil was a shock to the system in terms of his approach, player friendly.
I waited for a long
McVay,
time, too
Yes,
long.
excellent
Yeah,
one.
but yes, McVay's a good one, but McVay's not out here saying things that make us think he's strange. He's got a memory, he's got a photographic memory and does things that we think are amazing.
He's also super intense, right? Whenever he gets on the mic, he's like, "What's up, guys? All right, everybody, let's do this."
Sue's got a great one.
Sirianni.
Perfect.
What about Lane Kiffin?
That was another one, and it's a mixed bag. But Sirianni is perfect. The initial press conference, he's won a Super Bowl and still is not able to shake that.
Lane Kiffin also kind of not with the championship, but he was also viewed as like a whiz kid, and a lot of people view him in a jokey manner now.
Do they right now?
I think he maybe.
I think he sort of does that to himself too.
Yeah, that's it.
He's kind of in on the joke, I think.
Okay, if we're doing those spectrum of because this is a big spectrum. Joke, champion. If I'm going to the midpoint and I go Lane Kiffin, which way are you going? Are you going closer to joke or are you going closer to champion?
Well, he hasn't won a championship, so he's closer to joke.
Okay, or excellence, whatever it is that I'm talking about pedigree or reputation that people have, and I'm doing it through the prism of Mazzulla, who I don't know how to appraise. Like I as recently as 2 years ago, I saw that man failing in a way that suggested to me he at the time didn't know how to coach very well. And then he's allowed to learn on the stage because he's a young person how to coach better than that.
I guess Lane Kiffin's right in the middle.
Yeah. Middle's good for Lane.
As you're figuring out the spectrum, I think that's a good zero right there.
Yeah.
Let's play the Sirianni press conference and see if it's aged any better. That I will say that whatever it is that is about to be said here, and I don't remember the details, I do remember that we mocked it. It's a lot easier for whatever it is that this is to become genius leadership when you have 22 Pro Bowlers at every position on the field.
Next thing that's very important to me is that we build a smart football team, that we have a smart football team here. And I know we have the people in place to do that. The first part of that, the first part of being smart is knowing what to do. We're going to have systems in place that are easier to learn. All right, complicated to the defense or offense that they're going against, but easy for us to learn. Because when we can put that, when we can learn our system and we can get good at our system, then our talent can take over. Less thinking equals talent take over, but we need to have systems in place, and we will have systems in place to do so.
Kind of nailed it.
Yep.
We thought it was dumb, and he should have
Sounds
just
good
said,
now.
I'm going to have the best 22 guys, and they're going to be better than your 22 guys.
But, like, he was also viewed as a joke even this season until he won the Super Bowl,
That's
and
what we're
then
saying,
he's
yeah.
like a champion. Also, Lane technically is a champion as an assistant coach.
Yeah, true.
Not technically.
Do it as a head coach.
Yeah, with Nick Saban, I wonder who would classify as somebody that you guys would be willing to assign. Went from joke to no, I remember him now totally as a champion or somebody who was a great leader. Because if Mazzulla makes that track, like there will not have been very many coaches that have started with, oh, I saw that almost get fired in a way with a team I knew was talented enough to win. I saw where that derailed because the coach was a failure. Anyways, I've waited.
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Well, but Andy Reid was getting questioned when he was making Super Bowl after Super Bowl.
Yeah, but no, I think that's a perfect
It's
one.
a great one.
Actually.
He's going to be
Not
remembered
question.
as one of the greatest coaches of all time now. Where
Correct.
there's all of those
Like
questions.
a top
before
5 head coach
Kansas
of all
City.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yes.
he's shaken the clock management thing. It hasn't been.
Well,
an
Mahomes
issue.
has done that.
Yeah,
Right.
but yes, but Andy Reid was there for the ride, and that's how he gets to erase it. Paul Maurice in hockey, losing his head coach.
Careful, Stu. You're not allowed to talk about that team.
I know.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Thank you. Good
I
call.
said
Wait a
Mahomes
minute,
did that.
wait
That's
a
all I
minute,
said.
Wait a minute. Thank you. It's not working. You got saved.
2 minutes?
No, you can stay here. The button's not working.
All right.
I meant to get to this video before, and I wasn't able to get to it. I should have. So, Mr. Met, we played this earlier this week. He's at a Lumineers concert.
What's that bastard up to?
And he falls off the stage here, and it's just it's good comedy because mascots make everything better, and the head is a cushion that would protect him.
Oh, Mrs. Met, find yourself a real man. What's he doing at a Lumineers concert? Falling off a stage. Now, Mrs. Met fell off that stage. She's bounced right back up.
Hey, that's actually a pretty good nominee for a guy that has a championship and is considered a joke.
Going to the Lumineers concert? Stovetop man.
Jimbo's up there.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
Jimbo's up there.
What did I do?
You're a good nominee for our game. Person that has success but is considered a
A
joke.
person who's very sexy and is going to have a new baseball wife soon.
Where is Jimbo going to make his way back? Is that over? Is he going to make
Jimbo?
Yeah, there's always a
Right
bounce
here.
back for Jimbo.
Come on.
Why would he ever work again? I'd have a house in the Keys.
They always work again.
There's nothing
I
like
do, and Mrs. Met's always welcome at that house.
Boys, let me tell you what. There's nothing like taking the boat through some of the canals and the Keys, and all of a sudden you see, oh, that's for sure an ex-football coach's house right there. Look at the double. Look at the double wide lot. Look at the stilts above it. He's got the 27-footer.
Give us a name.
He's got the
Hit me with a name.
45-footer.
Who do you see out there?
That's Dana Holgerson's home.
There it is.
Coach O for sure down there somewhere causing a ruckus.
Dana Holgers.
Or at Hogs Heaven.
Where is Holgerson now? Where
The Green Turtle Inn.
He's on the boat.
He's at the Green Turtle Inn.
He's the Jimmy at the Big Chill.
In Lower Mattacumby, Dan.
Al Marker 93.
He'll be back.
Jimmy is the one that lured them all over there, right? Mike Leach riding his bike.
They had
down
no
there.
idea. And then Jimmy's like, guys, you know there's rules if you have money, right? And they're like, oh, we have a ton of money because we got fired. And like, what do we do?
But where, old faces, new places, where is Holgerson next
Nebraska,
season?
Dan.
Yeah.
He is the offensive coordinator.
Amazing.
Thank
One
you.
step away from being a head coach.
Should be in Key Largo.
You guys are telling me that Jimbo is nowhere next season, that he's not going to go from champion with the best freshman quarterback I've ever seen to highest paid coach in the entire sport to now just punctuation is as a joke and not going to work again.
And,
Oh, you calling it a joke, Dan Batard? I got me a hot baseball wife. She's going to come give me a lap dance.
I mean, his final payment is in 2031, so look for him on TV for a little bit, and then 2032, we're gonna have a hot commodity.
Couple of years off, some college football pregame
Exactly
show in
right.
2029,
No way.
head coaching again in 2032.
He's
Him
telling
and
the bartender.
Portnoy rubbing elbows together on Big Noon Kickoff, and then all of a sudden Jimbo's back.
He's telling some bartender somewhere, hold the umbrella.
That Gilbert's.
Mike, can you give me the specifics? I don't know everything happening at Fox Sports. I know that we haven't talked at all about the firing of Craig Carton and Joy Taylor and Emmanuel Acho, and that now they've got a makeover there. Fox has been having trouble since Jamie Horowitz left there, and they are now making over the entire thing. And what are they doing with their big noon kickoff that is now legitimately rivaling one of the biggest sports studio shows there's ever been, ESPN College Game Day?
This is all according to media reports. It doesn't seem like it's finalized, but headed to that direction where Dave Portnoy joins the cast of Big Noon Saturday, and it's a part of an overarching deal where FS1 would rely on Barstool for a lot of its daily content as a cable sports network.
So that is a giant achievement for Barstool, and it's where the country has shifted in terms of and the business has shifted where these giant companies have to go outside of themselves in order to find something that reaches young people because they don't know how to do it on their own. Even these
it's also expensive to create your own content, and I think some of these networks are finding, even if you commit a lot of money in salary to a Pat McAfee, if you have a licensing agreement, the overhead is actually more cost effective on their books than planning out budgets for original content.
But what is the report that Portnoy's just going to be on the show?
That's a report that he's going to be a part of Big Noon Saturday. We don't.
And then they might create a show I saw with him and Big Cat.
Yeah,
just
before
for FS1.
Yeah, because they have a popular Barstool college football kickoff program that's been exclusively on social media and online. And if FS1 does a co-branded thing, they can. It's kind of like the McAfee model. This exists already, and we're just gonna put some FS1.
It's a great idea.
I am legitimately surprised in 2025 to see these giant entities like Fox and Disney have to figure out a way to go outside of their own talent pools in order to rent the audiences of others.
But why are you surprised? Mike's saying it's easier, it's more affordable.
Yeah,
it's
John
the right
Skipper
way to go.
tried to do it like 10 years ago and fired them after an episode.
That is correct, and I'm still legitimately surprised to see the proliferation of having to do it outside because you can't do it for yourself. Fox has had a long time to build what they've built over there, not just inside sports, but outside of sports as well. And Fox's initial foray into this environment was to go get Skip Bayless and to go get Colin Cowherd because they don't actually know how to build their own young thing that reaches young people.
No,
it's not just them.
Nick Wright is responsible for I think the highest rated show on their network, and he was a star that was cultivated and developed by FS1. He's a legacy talent over there, but this is not a new concept. And I don't know why people don't think this. Maybe it's because it's not an outrageous personality like Pat McAfee or even Barstool. What's the biggest daytime block in the history of ESPN? Daytime. It's, pardon the interruption. That was a licensed show. They outsourced that to Eric Rideholm. That entire 4 o'clock hour around the horn for 20 plus years being a staple. That wasn't created by ESPN. They trusted Eric Rideholm to do it, so it's not a new concept.
Oh, but wait a minute. What you're describing there isn't something that was already built and you have to go get the audience. That's hiring somebody to build something for you. It's
Fair enough, but it's a similar concept.
But it's still not their idea. I mean, they still have to outsource it.
It's them punting on, we've taken several shots at trying to create something. Let someone else do it for us.
Still surprising to me that content companies would have to farm out the content. It's allowed to be surprising to me. These are giant content. Disney's pretty big. They're pretty good at making content.
Yeah, but a lot of young people getting into this business, into this industry now, Dan, they're doing it on their own. And if they become successful and have a huge following like Barstool and like Portnoy, there's an opportunity for them to partner with someone like Fox. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I'm not, but it sounds like I'm complaining about it. I'm allowed to be surprised that content companies need the help. Giant mainstream content companies need the help to reach young people because of how much everyone's habits have changed and how much the culture has shifted.
But like FS1 did that years ago when they hired Katie Nolan. She was popular on the internet, and then they tried to bring her in and put her on a show with Regis, and then she went over to ESPN. when ESPN tried to do the same thing with her. Like, it's not new.
Oh, but it's sort of my point. Katie Nolan did it where she was. They tried to do it with her, and they failed. Now people will accuse them of trying to do it with McAfee and all the others. You mentioned Barstool yourself. Lasted one day there because they didn't know how to deal with it, because Skipper didn't know how to deal with the conundrums that come with going outside and all of a sudden having to rent your voices as opposed to owning them, you know?
Is your list just people? Because like the White Sox and the Red Sox.
That's very good. Let me be clear. Well, Jack Sock is where it started, but let me be clear. This is Jess's list. I was just helping her out.
All right, let's do this then. Top five, in honor of Bill Ackman and
Jack Sock.
In honor of Andy Roddick's podcast, You Got Served, we have top 5 athletes who connote laundry, names that connote laundry. Do we have an OLI or we just have the top 5?
Well, let's say top 5 sports entities, sports names, Dan, because OLI, Billy, White Sox and Red Sox. And there may be one other non-person in the top 5.
All right. So that's very exciting. Let's see. Let's go. Okay.
Number 5, Ben Sheets.
Very good.
Number 4, the Crimson Tide. Number 3, James Washington. Get it? Because Wash.
Yeah, we got it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Number 2, Jack Sock. Jack Sock also on the top 5 list for athletes whose name connotes jerking off. Jack Sock.
Wait a minute. Is that another list? I think we need to produce that list. I think that might be a better list than this
I'm getting to it. Number 1, Dan, Fred Dryer.
Wow. No Hank Basket. I mean.
Ooh.
All right. Jim. Jessica, thank you for being on with us. We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I want that list. I want the list. I want to see if we could get the Jack Sock list going.
Raleigh fingers.
Do you guys have any? That was quick, Billy. Do you guys?
Oral Roberts.
Tug McGraw.
Matt Hardy.
You guys wanted this game more. Do you?
Bill Pullman.
Ooh.
Dick Pole's too easy. Come on.
An old standard. Look, you cannot live so many years that you get hardened to Dick Pole. Dick Pole always has to be funny as a name. Dick Pole, if there has to be somebody in our audience hearing for the first time that there was a race car driver named Dick Pole, correct? There is a person listening to this who does not know that, correct?
Reggie Tongue.
Ooh.
Louis Lips.
Mo Cheeks.
It's a good game.
Fred Dildo.
Where do you play?
Dick Pole was also not a race car driver. He was a baseball coach.
Dick Trickle was a race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. You know what? That's an egregious offense.
Dick Pole was the pitching coach for the Phillies.
I cannot believe you did that.
That is an egregious offense.
Freddie Dildo was a driver.
Xfinity Series, though. Barely counts.
Yep.
I really wish
5 speeds.
We had let the silence sit a little more on Fred Dildo.
Freddie.
He changed his name. He went and got his name legally changed.
Yeah,
Well,
he was
friends
so
called him
embarrassed.
Freddie.
He was so embarrassed by his name that he changed it from Fred to Freddie. It's like, how we're not making Freds anymore. That's what they always say on the Batard show.
So you think, just to be clear, that Fred Dildo went into the offices to get his name changed because he was so embarrassed by everyone calling him Fred Dildo?
It was Frederick at the time.
That's actually one of Roy's check-in names at a hotel.
Yeah. Ooh, really?
Huh. Is he still doing that?
Jack Spade? I don't believe so.
I learn things around here. Do you know how shocking it was to learn, and I know you guys have talked about it before, that Jeremy's now wife thought that he was talking to LeBron James when he told her for the first time that he loved her? It's a shocking thing to learn.
Is, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Roy checking into a hotel with the name Jack Spade to protect his anonymity seems to be...
Is he cheating on his wife? Like, what's that about? Like, I think there's a lot of people going around, I wonder where Roy Bellamy is staying today.
Thank you for bringing up cheating. Do you guys have the video of the Coldplay concert that people... This
was rough.
This has to be a mortification to any of you cheaters out there who have seen others on the internet cheating, and then you get to see when they're put up on the screen that they shouldn't be together. Yeah,
this has never happened to me, but I feel like I would try to play it cooler than this couple did.
Yeah, you got to play it cooler than that.
Let's stay entrenched.
I think this guy, he did my elevator move. Like, let's replay it. This guy's like, I'm just going to go down here. I'm going
to... all right, for the audio audience, so on a big screen at a concert, a couple is holding each other, the man behind the woman holding her around the waist, and she is holding his arms as they are around her waist. And as soon as the camera catches them and they realize they're on camera, she turns one way, turns her back to the camera, and then he slips from the screen as if he's done it 1,000 times. He immediately disappears from the camera shot.
As if there was a stairwell.
But goes down, even though the floor hasn't moved. He totally disappears down. It's an odd choice. I would have been surprised more only if he had disappeared by going straight up into the air and never re-emerging. Down is...
Where does he go? He's just like, I'm going to go hide down here.
I think he pumps his arms up afterwards, like Daniel Bryan does the yes motion.
No, that's a different guy.
Different arms, Mike. Yeah,
Dan, there's something here that you guys haven't seen, though, yet. Obviously, this is a situation of infidelity. Please look to your left where the lady who is there with them, obviously knowing that something is up here, look at her shade of red and look at her face. She knows something's up. She knows she's with the infidelity.
Oh, my God, she knows.
Yep, She was there. She's a part of it.
You are correct, Tony.
I love the guy just going down.
So good.
Well, like, it was also, we're not playing with sound, but like
she does too.
In a portion of the show where, like, I guess they go to the crowd and Chris Martin serenades people. So he was starting to serenade them, and then he saw the reaction. He goes, oh, that might have been an affair. And then that's when the lady on the side is like, uh-oh.
All right, let me chronicle a number of different things here because this is funny for a number of reasons. Hearing in your ears while you're looking at your friend talking out of the side of your face, trying not to look at the camera, the lead singer saying, oh, that might have been an affair.
Like the last thing I think you'd want him to say.
It's a nightmare. This whole thing is a nightmare for these people that we are laughing at. And
how should I feel about this? Because I feel bad for them.
Freeze frame it. There it is. That right there is the realization.
That is a life flashing before your eyes right there.
It gets worse, though, because the internet has found out who these people are. So now we know exactly who they are.
We know where they work. Yeah. It's not good.
Their roles.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
same company.
Lest you think that we underestimate some of the decisions we make around here when laughing, we have ruined the lives of those people.
They did it first. The internet got it first.
They did it to themselves.
Yeah. If we broke this story, I would feel responsible.
That is the rationalization that we use when we feel comfort at laughing at people.
We didn't discover this.
No. I'm just saying that their lives will be ruined by this, or they will feel like their lives are ruined.
Or they were in a dark place and now they'll be free.
Let's go back to laughing at it.
I like that.
And let's go back to examining, because there are two things here I want to point out to you guys, okay? The first thing I want to point out to you is not just what Billy was pointing out. The woman who is ashamed turns her back to us, but you could see how red her face is, even though you can't see her face. Like
her shoulders get red.
Yeah, you can't see the entirety of her face.
You could feel the redness. Yes.
But you can tell that she is at the height of mortification, embarrassment. Her face could not be any redder, and her friend is covering her own face. So keep rolling the video now. I'll tell you when to stop it. But you will see them red-faced as well, both of them red-faced from the side.
That friend.
Yes.
She's knows. Like the friend.
She knows.
Yep. She just like, she didn't like what was happening. She doesn't like it.
She seems to be enjoying it, though.
Well, she's just like, oh, my God.
Oh, weight is lifted off her shoulder for sure.
Yes.
Now she doesn't have to be the one to tell anyone about anything. Yeah. She's going to have answers.
She's got to have a lot of questions coming her way, though.
Yeah, exactly
from the wife and the husband.
But she knows the husband, so it's still awkward. Like she's weight has been lifted, but she's still like, oh no.
A lot of tough answers.
Yeah.
Now, but when you pull back from the horror of this, the thing that I want to keep watching here is the thing that has already been pointed out that fooled Mike. Let's keep rolling this, and you see the people who take the opportunity to get on camera and
who have
now,
no clue.
No, but now they're a part of a giant viral video and celebrating it as if they're a part of a giant viral video.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
No, but the other guy appearing in a way that made it look to Mike like that guy had gone from profound shame to disappearing and re-emerging.
I'm gonna make it look like I was just in the background, and then he's just like, yeah, woo.
It'd be a weird board meeting.
What is going to happen to the lives of these people now that the internet is laughing at them?
You know the answer to that, Dan.
It's always a bad thing when the internet is laughing.
Well, had they not reacted that way too, they probably could have gotten away with
Stay
the whole
entrenched,
infidelity of it. You know,
just like start kissing.
This would not be on the internet. We wouldn't have seen these people. No one would have found out who they were, and you just kind of hope, hey, I hope no one that knows us was at that concert. And if they were, and they're like, hey, were you with the chief people
of course
officer?
Not.
Like, no, what business
disgusting.
meeting?
Think that guy like burns his blue shirt after? Like, I don't have a blue shirt. No, it wasn't me.
That hand placement was not good.
That was like a
not.
That
good.
wasn't like a first date.
No,
this was like
we've been around.
We
the block.
finally have a moment together.
If they were playing the scientist, though, you kind of understand.
That right there is going to be very difficult to explain away with it's not what it looked like.
I think this COO is salivating at this situation, though. He's like, opportunity.
The guy does worse. Like, the woman at least just turns around. She's like, let me get my back out of here. Like, I still want, like, I wish we would have seen him awkwardly just get back up.
Well, the better camera angle, we now want better camera angles on this, would be to check in with him as he's on his hands and knees on the floor, and you just ask him, how's your dignity doing right now? Pretty good?
Are we in the clear?
Did they have like a sideline reporter doing this?
Yes.
We're good, right?
Him on his hands and knees, on like his hands are on asphalt and
There's
popcorn,
Sal Pal.
peanut shells, it's dirty, and he's looking up.
A Coke spilled, it's sticky. He's like,
And he's looking up and he's saying to himself, oh my God, my instantaneous reaction was to admit to the crime by disappearing down.
This could have been explained away of we're just dancing. We're just swaying.
Let's play that hand.
Good friend.
Oh, that's swaying. Yeah. We just got
the
lost.
hand.
She fell back. But then when you...
The reaction is too much.
When you immediately go down an escalator. Yeah. It's never a good sign.
And never come back.
But what if it was clocks?
These people would do very poorly, the two of them, in an interrogation. Because Billy is so right on. Do you know how many Jumbotron affairs have gone unnoticed by everyone because people had the sense to react slightly better than that?
And shout out to Greg Cody. We used to be a proper country. These things could have happened and nobody knew. You didn't say anything. There won't be nothing. That's it. Put my hand around the girl. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. Bam, bam, bam.
And now you can't.
Now I can't even do anything. I can't even. Please.
Without being on the floor on your hands and knees in the sticky stuff.
Hey.